Okay, here we are again. Intro has played, and we'll hang out for a couple minutes and then we'll get started. Alright, let's see. File numero uno is the one we will, whatever the Spanish word is for load. I'm not far enough in my Duolingo yet to know what that is. I apologize. Hey, Syroxis, how's it going? Welcome back. Whoever reads this is cute. Aw, thank you. You're cute as well. Thank you. I appreciate it. Just don't sell yourself short because you're all so cute just for saying something like that. That's awesome. We are just about to get started. I am waiting for one of my clocks to tick over to 4:31, which it actually just did. So good timing, because I just took a drink, and now we can get going. Okay, so here's the game plan for the day. We have a moonfish to give to Doc. I'm actually going to wait to do that. We also have 2 more discoveries that I need to go get, but I'm also going to wait to go and get that because after we go to the Maw of Tartas in about 5 seconds, the game is going to direct us back to Crescent Isle anyway, because it's going to be like, okay, we got the next moon crystal, let's go back to home base and talk about what we're doing next. So it's going to be something like that. And as it turns out, both of the discoveries that I want to get are north of Crescent Isle and north of Ducat's Isle, so we'll just go get them when the game directs us back that way so we can move on with the plot today. It's not that I didn't have fun with the last episode, I definitely did, but I understand that people want me to move on with the plot, so we will move on with the plot. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Skies of Arcadia Legends, the Stream Edition. Last time, well, we got access to this and also the Upper Sky because the Book of Polarity engine that Brabham was working on was finished once we finished up our time with the Purple Moon Crystal. So we took like 2 hours to just explore around the whole world and map out the entire world map, as you can see here. We just went row by row with the little blocks that they have here, so like 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, and we just went over and over and over and over until we found like 66 discoveries total at this point we have, so we're actually in pretty decent shape. That's like 75% of the discoveries in the entire game, which is usually I don't go for that kind of completion, but I said no, it's kind of cool because there's a lot of interesting discoveries to make, and well, Vice wanted to see more of the world and we just got the fancy engine, so we might as well use it, At least that was my thought process. Now for the real question, where the hell is the Maw of Tartas? Well, it's north of these lights here, so let's find the dancing lights and then head that way. Actually, I think it's northwest of them, because north of them are the Rabats over there. So, yep, here we go. This is what we're looking for, and it looks just as gross as the Dark Rift, except in this case it's a rock face rather than a black hole. So, yeah, full map though, spicy, yeah. We made sure that we mapped out the entire planet to make it easier for people who go exploring later on, so. I am nothing if not a pragmatic sailor in this game, apparently. Do I still have the white map equipped? I should check my equipment before we get going here. Just to be sure, because I still want to run away from stuff while I have Vice the Fallen Pirate, because we still have, like, I want to say, like, 7 runs before I start losing Swashbuckler rating for it, if I remember right. So, yeah, we're in good shape for a little while. So, let's see, Aka. Well, let's just do our normal equipment in case I decide to fight a battle. And then you can have Jade Swirl. And you've still got Defensive Aura, right? Well, you do now. There you go. And I think we're in good shape there. I'm not sure if I'm going to get Pyrolan, to be honest, for my magic, red magic. I'm definitely going to work on getting Wevlum, but Pyrolan is weird because it costs 10 SP to cast, but it's not as strong as casting Pyrez and Pyrum together, having Aka and Fina just cast those 2 in a row, even though Pyrez and Pyrum cost the same amount of SP as Pyrolan. So it's a little strange. Like, if Pyrolan cost 8 SP, it would be fine, but it costs 10, so it's like, I don't... You were doing so well, Red Magic. Why would you... Oh, hello. Why would you mess yourself up at the end like this? And they messed themselves up even more after this because, well, because of the existence of Incremus, which I also don't think... It's just 4 Increms, so it costs 16. Which is... do I fight this guy? I mean, I guess it doesn't hurt, so I might as well. I don't even know what this guy does, to be honest with you. I guess I could Delta Shield for safety and then, like, focus and focus as well. Gotta get used to fighting battles again, because after we go to Dangirl Island, which is the next dungeon after this, we will be clearing our name. So when we clear our name, we will actually be bothering to fight battles again. So, Frost Breath. Well, Delta Shield ain't gonna do much against that. Ow. I'm trying to think if I want to just Pirate's Wrath him or if I want to try to Lunar Glyph him. I might Cutlass Fury and then try to Lunar Glyph him, actually, just to see if he's susceptible. I don't really know, but we'll find out.
I managed to keep the sub going less than 3.
Nice. Nice, Marie. You got your 10-month streak going. That makes you Decachromatic. Thanks for resubscribing. I appreciate it. Glad to hear you kept the sub going. And how you doing? We're in the Maw of Tartas. I'm actually fighting this random battle because it looked interesting, so... Figured I'd do it just in case. Alright, do you glyph? Yes, you do glyph. Perfect. I don't know. It just seems like stone is really good against a lot of these large enemies. From what I understand, the sloths that were in Glacia are actually a lot more susceptible to sleep than stone, and it's the same thing for the ones in Rixus, but apparently it doesn't matter too much because we took care of matters, so... I guess I'll wait till next turn to cast Sacrum or after the battle's over. And then let's just, Well, he's purple, so let's just bonk him on the head with Pyrum. And this. Yeah, what the fuck is that? It's a gigantic sea serpent thing, even though it's in the air. Air serpent. There you go. I also noticed that you had everyone focus. Is this the part of the game where the kid gloves come off? No, this guy just has 1,000,000 HP because he's a large enemy, so... I actually have to use Pirate's Wrath in a battle to knock him down, because he has, like... Judging by how little damage my regular physical attack did, he probably has, like, 5,000 HP, so... Let's give him a taste of Pirate's Wrath! There we go. Gotcha. Boop. Alright, so we'll have Aka cast Sacrum, and then we'll keep going. But yeah, ideally what I want to do is I don't want to get Fina's level above 35 before we finish up with, not Dangirl Island, but the dungeon after Dangirl Island, so... Yeah. But I think we'll be able to do that. And I think we're still good. I was planning on going and buying some seeds as well when we go back to Crescent Isle, but we can wait until... Well, the game directs us to go back there, so yeah, we'll we'll hang around for a little bit, and then we'll go from there. In case it wasn't immediately clear, the underside of the Valuan continent is really, really big. Basically, this dungeon's pretty straightforward, though, because quite literally you just go straight in order to get to the end. But we'll take the detours because they'll lead to some quote-unquote treasure chests for us. So, whoever made it so healing spells work outside of battle was a genius. Imagine playing Final Fantasy 1 or 2 and Cure was in battle only. Yeah, that might not work so well. Although the thing about Final Fantasy 2 is that, for me, in a lot of cases, Cure is in battle only because it gives you a chance to gain spirit, so I almost never use it outside of battle, even if I need to, because I'd be missing out on the chance to gain spirit, so that's no good. Spirit's really good. It makes my blink spells essentially make the enemy completely incapable of hitting me. So, but I think that's the exception rather than the rule. The rule of thumb usually is cast healing spells inside and outside of battle, so because it's just easier. Yeah, Final Fantasy 1 on the other hand, yeah, no, if I couldn't cast Healaga outside of battle, it would be a little trickier. My white mage would either have to be the fastest or the slowest person in my party, so that way I could always get the heal off beforehand. It's like playing Final Fantasy Legend 2 all over again. Oop, almost there. There we go. Yeah, these gigantic crystals have stuff in them, including a Dexus seed, which I might give to Aika. She's got 22, and Fina's got 13. Enrique's got 16 agile. That's not bad. I'm going to give it to Aika, because she could use a little more agile. It's not a bad idea. It just affects her critical hit stat, and since, well, we've learned that it just affects her critical hit stat. I didn't know that at the beginning of the playthrough, but yeah, I've learned that that's all it affects. And since Aika's the one that always fires the torpedoes or the secondary cannons in a ship battle, that's really the only time it'll come in handy, because that's the only time when she's going to be regularly getting crits, so. So when does Enrique get replaced, and who replaces him? I will not tip my hat yet for who replaces him, but he will eventually be leaving the party because, well, we're taking the Yellow Moon Crystal from Valua, so probably he's going to have to, like, I don't know, figure out something about, oh, I might have to go back there because the Queen's being a tyrant, and I don't know, or maybe she'll die or something, and we'll have to go back there. He'll have to go back there. I don't really feel like fighting this gigantic Shrilp and Carnilac, so I'm just gonna leave. Bye.
Retreat.
These last couple of streams have been leg day the streams, in case it wasn't immediately clear. And I have a little bit of mucus in the back of my throat because I walked outside after yesterday when it was raining a decent chunk of the day, so there was tree pollen on the ground all over again today. And, well, I had the misfortune of having to walk outside 15 minutes before the stream started because I had to go feed my dog, and dog is doing good, but my nose is doing bad from the tree pollen. So, not as bad as usual, though. I will say this. The omega-3s that I'm getting from those fish oil supplements seem to be working pretty well, at least so far. And it's doing pretty good, I think. I've had less of a reaction. Like, if you've seen my streams on previous years when the tree pollen starts falling, you probably remember that I would be sneezing my brains out. Like, every 10 minutes I'd sneeze on the stream, so I may still do it today, but it will be significantly less because apparently the omega-3s are helping quite a bit for the inflammation that was caused in my nose when I was having allergic reactions. What's that called again? Rhinitis or something? I know it starts with Rhin, R-H-I-N, having to do with the news. I know that because I had to get lab work done, blood work done yesterday from the doctors after my last physical, and it always shows up on the little app that you check in on, that you, here's all the things you're allergic to, and it's like seasonal pollen, grass and tree pollen, acute rhinitis, and I'm like, or something like that, and I was like, oh, well, okay then. That's no good. I think, let's see. I think that way is the Way forward? I think this way is the... Well, if we see a save point, we'll know we went the wrong way, because the save point indicates the end of the dungeon, so... This place is significantly easier to get through than the Dark Rift. There's no maze to get through, so... You had a wholesome AF moment in Party Finder in 14 last night. Guy was new, made a PF to do minimum eye-level Ravana, and we still got him to about 5% before he started the cast of Final Liberation. After it was over, yourself, one of the healers, and the new guy just hung around and BS'd around. That's always fun. It's always good when you can just kind of hang around and shoot the shit with people, you know? So that's pretty cool. Good to hear. Yeah, I'll work on blue. He's blue, but that doesn't matter too much. So, Delta Shield, Lunar Glyph, and Focus. Why the fuck are we down here? You got here about 13 minutes late. Oh, we're looking for the Yellow Moon Crystal. Last time, we made a plan of action to go underneath the seal that was keeping the Yellow Moon Crystal from anyone. Like, we couldn't break through the seal. Now, we probably could have just shot through with the Moonstone Cannon, but... We decided to just go underneath because there was a bunch of tunnels and stuff underneath the continent, so... Yeah, that's the plan, anyway. Good to focus this much with everybody? I mean, I guess I could. Well, Enrique should probably be the one to focus. Why don't you use a Sacred's Crystal on yourself, even though you only took a little damage? You may have noticed that Enrique is now getting 3 focus, 3 SP from each focus, so that's kind of nice.
Let's try this.
Helps out. New guy literally said you were hyping him up for the Evil East raids because you were quoting the bosses that have voiced lines. Remember this one? I am the lies upon which you sup! Was that Orban? God, it's been a while. I haven't done Orban in, like, forever. Let's see. I remember, I kind of remember the one line that they say in Orban all the time that every single one of the bosses quotes, but I don't remember. It's like 7 something or another, 7 fates foretold. The end of the path lies death, and death alone! There you go. So, that's the one that I definitely remember, but, you know. Hey, Lifeblood. How's it going? Welcome back. Yeah, giant stone pollen-y thing, yeah. The Maw of Tartos has some weird enemies underneath it. We've already seen, like, a gigantic air serpent, a gigantic shrimp. It's funky down here. So, but yeah, we're in the Maw of Tartos, so just BSing around, finding all the treasure chests before we go for the crystal. That line is so fucking good, like, holy shit. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the voice acting in the Evil East raids was really good, at least in my opinion, so... I can agree there. Gotta be the end of the tunnel here somewhere. There it is. Yeah, Yellow Gigas, here we go. You are actually, yes, a little early for the Yellow Gigas. We're about 5-ish minutes out from it, I think. So, yeah, we'll be there soon enough. I can probably just kill those guys with Pyres and Pyrone at this point, but whatever, it's fine. We'll get Fina up to 34 anyway, because we have quite a few bosses to fight before we get to the point where we have the next party member come back into the party. So there's a Moonberry. So Fina should be 35 by then, even if we don't fight anything in between. So I might run, but I might not. It just depends on how I feel, I guess. Not much happening here in this cave. Yeah, it's a big open area. There isn't a whole lot to see. Really just those couple of yellow crystals there that had items in them, and that's about it, so, you know. This place is full of growth steroids. Damn it, where's the nitro on this ship? Yeah, a nitro boost would be nice, that's for sure. This is a big fat nope.
Retreat.
You are already annoyed by this cave. Well, it's a good thing it's not very long, then. Because, basically, once we get back to the fork, where we came into this little side section, which is, I think, right over here. We just head straight ahead, I think, and then we're there, so... At least I think that's how it works. Or maybe slightly to the left? Yeah, slightly to the left. There you go. This is the hole we are looking for. Yeah, seriously, look how big shit is down here. Yeah, that's, It's quite a very large cave. We've shrunk down considerably since we left the world map, I think. So. Do I know the game Nefarious? You've heard the name. That doesn't sound familiar to me. I know the name Dr. Nefarious, but that's from a different series altogether, so I'm not familiar with the game called Nefarious. So. It's like we're breathing steroids. Something like that. Wonder if all the electricity down here stimulates additional muscle growth in the monsters. Did these guys die to one Pyres Pyram combo? I'm gonna try. Just for the hell of it. There's no bestiary in this game as far as I'm aware, so you don't have to worry about, like, filling it out with one of each enemy, so... They actually die to a Pyres combo, so that's good. Stalk Fiend, have one of these. Yes, moons, give me strength! Indeed. I probably should have used Counter-Strike, actually, because that would have... Apparently, Vice is the tank here. Alright, we'll bat him up with Pyram. This poor guy. Getting eviscerated after all his friends already died.
That was easy.
And we'll get a little more towards Weblum. Will I get enough to get Aka and Fina a level? Oh yeah, definitely. Cool. 8 quick for Fina, that's great. Alright, Enrique got Weblum, so that's good. Apparently he's pretty good at those blue spells, because he had quite a few of them to start, and he learned them pretty quick, too, so... Alright, here's the save point. A good time to use one of your poly specials is right here, in case you needed it. I don't really, but I'll use one anyway, because we don't have enough dungeons left where I'll actually need to use them that badly, so... Okay, it's the parties, so as you'll see here, just use one, and... oh. Okay. I guess it doesn't work how it says. Maybe it's just full HP and MP to one party member, so it's like an elixir. Alright, that's fine. That I guess you don't need to keep the fish anymore then, because that's not as useful as it sounded like it was going to be. Whoops. Oh boy. Yeah, Drachma isn't allowed to be the tank. Nope, not anymore. He's no longer tanking with us. He's living the life of a fisherman now, which is probably a lot easier on his body, to be fair. So, you know. Yeah, I've been baited. It said it was a mega elixir or a tent, but it actually was just a regular elixir. Oh boy. Here's the intro. Stop me if you heard this one before. Bad guy kidnaps princess, handsome hero gives chase, epic quest ensues, but funny story. Bad guy crashes through a wall. Yeah, I am the bad guy. Oh, there you go. That's an interesting twist, letting you play as the bad guy. Don't always get the chance to do that. So, that's cool. Sounds like a good premise, I think. The VOD had you crying, yeah, with Rocknum and Drachma. Understandable, because that scene still gets to me a little bit, I'll be honest, so... Again, it's just the cinematography doing what it's supposed to do. It's showing rather than telling in a lot of cases, and just allowing the game to say, hey, this is what we're doing. I think I gotta go straight up here, because, well, you can tell by the walls that things are a little sealed down here. So, is it in here? I forget where in here we're supposed to go. I'm sure an event tile will tell me in a moment. Wow. Look at this fancy thing. Alright, where's the yellow moon crystal in here? Oh. Maybe he's got it. Hang on. I'm gonna need to get a thumbnail from that guy. Yeah, so that's Yelligar. Lifeblood, you were correct. He's a bug thing, so. Oh, I was going to say, is he still asleep or is he awake? Because it looks like he's moving, but I guess that could just be moving in his sleep. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Oh, boy. Well, he's awake now. That's not good. Yeah, Yelligar. Yep. Well, so much for that plan. Alright, let's get out of here. And, you know. Or maybe we should just guard, because that usually works pretty good. Or is he going to break the seal? That would actually be kind of nice, because then we could fight him up in the air. Okay, there we go. Are you guys sure you sealed him correctly? I mean, it's distinctly possible that it just was wearing down over thousands of years, but like... Ah, finally, a good stretch! I haven't stretched like that for eons! You can say that again. No, definitely not. Yeah, probably what the plan is here. Alright, everybody get ready. Here we go! He's about to summon himself, yeah, pretty much. He's probably like Rocknum, where he was just, like, summoned beforehand, and then he just never was unsummoned. So, summon himself, Alexander, something like that. You are actually the boss fight. It's great. There you go. Nice. A little bit. We barely had any exposure to that damn whale, and you were bawling. Okay, so he's going to be really powerful, right? Alright, let's see what he's got anyway. We have a C turn, and since he's... I think it's kind of like with Blueheim, where he's kind of evasive, so you're going to want to fire mainly on the C turn. So we'll do that, and we'll use... oh, I don't have enough to use the torpedo. Do I have enough to use Arala yet? Nope. Okay. So, I guess just fire on the C turn, and then we'll do some Appa waxing and some gear greasing until we have enough to use Arala. And then we'll use Arala, and we'll be in good shape. You know what I'm actually going to do, though? Let's see. You know what? You can use gear grease. That's fine. But I'm going to actually have Enrique use Drilln on him, because I think he's still susceptible to it, despite being yellow element. We will find out. So... How would this trip go if we didn't have the Delphinus and had another ship? We'd be dead already. Probably. So... You know, the problem's not the Gigas, but the fact that we're in value in airspace. Yeah, that's true. We are fucked if the value in Armada shows up. They'll be like, guys, we just got a huge geological reading. Something just messed up the northern continent. And they'll be like, wait a minute, what is that? And then the whole Armada shows up, and they're like, well, guess we better leave. It's a good thing there's a mountain range in between us and the capital. That helps a little bit. There we go. He is, in fact, susceptible to Drilln. Now, here's the important part to remember about Drilln in ship battles. In regular battles, Drilln lasts forever. In ship battles, it's dependent on which version of Drilln you use. Just like how the Appa Wax is basically Incrum, and it lasts 2 turns, Drilln lasts 2 turns as well. If you use Incrumus, you get 4 turns in a ship battle. But... if you use Drillnos, I shouldn't say but, and if you use Drillnos, it lasts 4 turns. So you'll have to reapply them every now and then in a ship battle. But that's okay. It's not really a big deal. I think it actually balances out the spells a little bit more, to be honest, so kind of okay with it. Okay, so we gotta do something here. Probably, like, guard on the yellow turn, I would say. I should probably have Arala go as well at some point here. So... I don't remember what to do in this fight. I remembered Blueheim specifically because I think I had a little trouble with him, but I don't remember what to do in this fight specifically. So, alright, so if I use the Ancient Cannon, I'm not going to be able to use Arala. So... why don't we have Aka use the Ancient Cannon, actually, and then we'll have Vice do... Oh, I've still got Ryukon in my battle party. I should have Ilkamus there because he can increase our stats a little better, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. Okay, so how about we have Arala go here. Aka, why don't you fire one of the torpedoes, and then we'll do that. That works. And then Fina. I was going to say, do I have any deluxe kits left? But no, I do not. That's okay. I'll just use, like, Sacres on this turn. Yeah, because we'll have a whole bunch of SP to work with after using Arala, so I can afford to do that. And then, why don't you guard on this turn? See, there you go. So what Arala does is she maxes out your SP, but she subtracts 15 from it in order to be... It's essentially the cost of her action. So it will give us a whole bunch of SP to work with. You should not guard. Attack. Go risky. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't really do a whole lot of damage, to be honest, so I probably could just afford to go risky, yeah. Wait, you get POW? What does the doggo do? He is cute. He becomes cute for 4 SP. No, he increases the chance of you attacking first for the rest of the turn for 4 SP, so. But he is also cute, so. Ryukon's attack it's basically increments, if I remember right, but it's like 1 less SP. It's really not that worth it. I'd just as soon use a couple of Opalwax, to be honest. Voltigar. Oh, he has an attack basically named after himself. That's great. Let's see how much this does with the guard. It does 1820. Okay. Yeah, see, he's not really that strong, honestly, so I probably could just go risky and be fine. Especially since our torpedoes will actually probably hit now, so that's kind of nice. Alright, let's see what it gives me in terms of, hey, what can we do next turn? Because that should help a little bit with this. He is kind of flat, actually. Well, judging by the fact that he used his voltage from the bottom, that means that's his firing chamber, so we should attack from below because that's where he shoots from, so he's most vulnerable there. Correct? That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay. Yeah, we wouldn't have gotten the C turns if we had attacked from above because he's got a hard crustacean shell up on the top, so it's fine. We'll make it work out. Okay, so Aika, fire one of the torpedoes to go off here. Fina, you've got a decent amount of agile. Why don't you fire this? And then I think I'll have Enrique shoot a torpedo that comes down on the C turn next turn. And then we'll be good. Like that. Above? Dang it, you're wrong. It's fine. You just wouldn't have gotten the C turns if you had attacked from above, that's all. He's a little flat. But yeah, this battle isn't really hard enough to warrant, like, having to specifically be super strategic, because, I mean, again, these attacks do, like, what, 4,000 damage? No big deal. Yeah, nothing to worry about. This is a bunch of disappointing damage for a thing that helped nearly end the world. Yeah, maybe he's tired. We caught him on a bad day. Something like that. The disappointing damage is common on Gigas battles. Yeah, and honestly, I kind of feel like they could have made it, like, not so low in terms of damage in the Gigas battles. Like, make them tougher because they're ancient beings of all-powerful destruction. So, like, make them harder. I feel like at one point in development they were harder, and they, like, reduced the damage that they dealt because they were like, nah, I don't know if these are too tough for players, so... But I don't know, I feel like they could have made them do more damage, so, you know. What about the silver Gigas, and what color's left after that? It's just silver. That's the only one we have left. And, well, the silver Gigas will factor into the final boss fight, so... Ideally, that one will be a little bit tougher. I mean, it only makes sense with it being a phase of the final boss fight, basically, so... You lost track of what Chaos Emeralds we didn't have. Oh, that's okay. No big deal. But yeah, after this, it's just the silver, that's all. And the Silver Moon Crystal arc will probably be... We might be able to finish this game by the end of next week, but I'm thinking it's going to be more like the weekend, like the end of Father's Day weekend, basically. So, like, it'll take all, like, the 3 streams next week, and then, like, a half stream on either Sunday or Monday after that, so... I mean, I don't know about not a single weak point. We did 24,000 damage in a turn on that guy, and we didn't even use the Moonstone Cannon, so... Oh, that's possible, too, yeah. I guess he's sealed in a couple of different places, so... I don't know, the Moonstone Cannon might do a good job of that, considering we have enough SP to do that now, so... And we have plenty of SP to do that, so let's shoot the Moonstone Cannon, shall we? You do a torpedo that lands on that turn for safety, and then we could have Fina cast some spells too. We've got Crystalline, I might as well try that out. And then we'll we'll have Enrique shoot a torpedo as well and just blast him on the Moonstone Cannon turn for as much damage as we can. So, let's see what happens. The old lost Black Aegis? I mean, there is a possibility that there's a Black Aegis around here somewhere. There is an optional boss fight that you can do in the Dark Rift right before the final dungeon, but I don't know if we have the correct equipment for it. There's a certain item that you can get from a whole bunch of the loopers, the looper variants, where it prevents them from running away, and the optional boss fight in the Dark Rift, I guess you could kind of consider it like the Black Aegis, even though it's not Gigas-sized. It's a regular battle, but it runs away on turn 1 if you don't have a black map equipped, so it's... we don't have a black map, so I don't know if I'm going to bother with it. I might, but I might not. We'll see. It would be a cool secret boss if you could fight, like, the Black Aegis, yeah. Be interesting. Like, you go down into the deeper sky, like into the vortex or something, and then you'd fight it. It'd be kind of cool. Alright, turn us around. I got 2 torpedoes and a cannon for you, Yellogar. Let's see what you've got. The hardest old games are literally only the ones with really bad design. I mean, yeah, for the most part, you're not wrong. 45,000 damage, nice. We're not going to have a lot of SP next turn, but that's okay. We just did a ton of damage, so... Oh, target lost, good. Did we knock him off balance? Because it's possible we did. Cool. Well, yeah, it's like the strongest weapon ever invented, basically, so... And now we could fire the Moonstone Cannon again, but we don't have enough SP to do that, unfortunately, so... I think we take this turn to actually charge up again. Seems like a decent idea. Because then next turn we'll have enough to do the Moonstone Cannon, so... As you can see there. Since that's the case, why don't we do a torpedo here and there, and then... we can gear grease again. And then... I think we drone again. I think that's our plan of action. So we can finish him with the Moonstone Cannon plus a torpedo or 2. If we have enough SP to do that. If we don't, I'm not worried about it, because I'll just get the SP to use the cannons and stuff, but I think we'll have enough. Excuse me, pardon me. You really could have fired right there, point blank, and it probably would have done a lot more damage, but hey, whatever. Yeah, we'll have enough after that gear grease, so... Not joking when you say only games that have design flaws were hard, like Mega Man and Base. It suffered from GBA screen crunch, made some sections way harder than they needed to be. Yeah, I remember Mega Man and Base. Good lord. Also, my chat's not loading on my phone, so I'm going to reset that. Hold on. Come on, now. But you are correct, yeah, some GBA games, as a limitation of the system, just had, like, really crunched up screens, so... Not so good. That's okay, though. Excuse me. Because thanks to the power of emulation, we can play them on their original resolution and not worry about it. So... Boy, it's a good thing I didn't shoot him this turn because of evasive action. Let's see. Pursue an attack, stay back and see what he does. Do I go hyper-offense like I've been, or do I lull him into a false sense of security? And then shoot the Moonstone Cannon? I mean, I don't know which one shoots the Moonstone Cannon, so... Lifeblood says aggressive, so... Made it to the last level and couldn't beat the boss rush. Lucky I didn't even make it to the last level, so... Hit the kill button! Okay, everybody says pursue an attack, so let's pursue an attack. That was not the right one, okay. That's alright, let's just do the, let's just do some cannon fire, that's fine. And then do a torpedo, another torpedo. Oh wait, hang on, Aka. Can we have both of them? We can have both of them hit on that turn. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't know that. And then the Moonstone Cannon fires next turn as well, so if we don't get him this turn with this stuff, it should be fine. Because we can just do it next turn, so... You know what, actually, why don't you Sacred us this turn? And then we'll fire the other torpedo here. So. Yeah, he can't attack from behind, that's true. because he doesn't have anything on him that lets him do that, so it's all just below him. Yeah, the fuck? My intuition has been correct for every battle before this. What do you mean it doesn't work? Well, here's the problem. The ship is going in the wrong direction right now, so... like, if you want to attack him, pursue an attack, we shouldn't be moving away from him, guys. Just saying. Took you this long to realize most of the Gigases have their color in their names. Yeah, like Blueheim. I mean, they have some of the letters, right? Like Blueheim has BLU, Yelagar has YEL, Recumen has RE, Grendel has GRE, and N, although there's another E in there somewhere. I guess it got mixed around in his name, so. Rocknem's name, his official name, like his actual Glacian name, has like PUR in it, if I remember right, so, yeah. Excuse me, yeah, Blueheim, Yelagar, whatever the red one was, Recumen. That's true, he's dead anyway next turn, so it doesn't really matter too much, so. Like, on the C turn next turn, we'll just shoot the Ancient Cannon and he's done, so no big deal. Still, we're killing Gigases at this point like it's our business. Like, this is our job now. I guess it kind of is, but, you know. Alright, so now just do this, and that should be it. We don't have enough to fire the Moonstone Cannon, but that's alright. We don't need to worry about that. I guess I'll just shoot a torpedo in case, and Crystalline just in case as well. And then you just... I don't even know, just guard, I guess. I don't care. It's fine. We're gonna kill him right now anyway. Yep. And down he goes. No, only one Moonstone Cannon needed. So... Actually, I think we fired it twice, so 2 Moonstone Cannons needed and almost 5,000 experience for it, so there you go. Why did they need the Gigases again? They're super weak. Yeah, they are weak by comparison to our current technology. Maybe they were stronger compared to the technology that was available to the Ancients, but I don't know. Usually Ancient technology is better than modern technology, so maybe it's not. I don't know. Okay, yeah, so we will be over level 35 by the time this whole shebang is over, so we get a Captain Stripe for winning, and we also get a Thunder Cutlass for Vice, so that's one of the reasons why you don't really need to buy upgrades for him anymore, because he'll just get them, so. Alright, bye. That was easy. Staples button. Sorry, that was supposed to be the Staples button, but it probably just sounded like a big loud noise in the microphone, so. If we didn't alert Value yet, I will be shocked, considering there was just a gigantic nuclear explosion on the northern continent. So let's go grab our prize and then get the hell out of here, I think. His ship is way too sturdy. Maybe they were stronger when they were made, or maybe tech has come far AF. Yeah, probably one of those two, to be honest, so. Hey, Araka, how's it going? Welcome back. I am Araka, and I am once again in your chat. Yes, welcome to the stream. Welcome back. We just got the Yellow Moon Crystal, and since the Armada's not here to take it from us, we'll just take it with us to Crescent Isle, and then we'll be good to go. Does that mean you gotta go back home, Fina? Possibly. Yeah, and now Value takes the fucking crystal while we aren't paying attention. Yeah, they just, like, throw a smoke bomb and take it or something, right? Nope, we get the Yellow Moon Crystal, so... No, old technology is not better than modern. That is a lie games try to tell us. Yeah, I mean, a lot of games use that trope, so it's, yeah, I guess it gets old after a while, but okay, but yeah, the map, the game kind of puts us pretty close to where we can just sail out of the continent to Crescent Isle. And I can head north, so we can go to this island on the map right here, because that's actually where one of the 2 discoveries is that I want to go get, so. Matter of fact, I'll even go one further. Let's just go like this and subvert the need to leave the continent by just going above it. Book of Polarity, bitch! Alright. Now we need to find... probably north of Crescent Isle at the moment, aren't we? Yeah, and I need to go northeast, actually, so... Northeast to go-go. So yeah, we'll just go pick up these 2 discoveries since the game plopped us at this point right near where I need to be to get them anyway. And then we'll go back. Let's see here. I need to go more northeast. Okay. For those of you who have played this game before and you were watching me do the discoveries last time, you were probably banging your heads against the wall because I literally missed the discovery by like 5 feet. That's it right there. You see the crater in this rock here? Yeah, I didn't, evidently. But there it is, the giant squid nest. Tentacles. Great. Let's see. Wait, no one gets or takes the crystals from us now? No betrayal? What a ripoff. Old technology made the Earth. Can our modern technology make a planet? Huh? Yeah, I guess not. That's true. It didn't, so... or it can't yet, so... What are they gonna do with it? The Gigas is dead. I don't know. Hoard it, I guess. It's not like it's gonna help them without the others, right? So... That isn't your name, but I gave you a nickname, Freeze Pop. Let's not go there with the hentai. Anyway, let me read the giant squid nest prompt. We thought it was just a big rock, but when we threw the anchor, this huge eyeball opened up and these red legs came out of nowhere. We just ran for it and barely made it out with our ship in one piece. An anonymous sailor. Yeah, I can't blame you there, because I'd run the fuck away from that too if I was you. Alright, so you see those fish that are down there? If I remember right, actually it's west, so it's not those fish, it's the fish that are over here. But there's another fish that's around here somewhere, just west of the nest. There it is, right there. Kind of hard to see, but here he is. And there's Obispo making another cameo appearance up in the top corner above the ancient fish. Remember when games did a lot with coelacanths because there were a lot of studies going out to see what kind of variety coelacanths had? Remember Gen 3 of Pokemon, which also had a coelacanth in it around the same time? Yeah, good times. The ancient fish. A species of fish that was believed to have been extinct millions of years ago. Its vestigial gills and fins that look like hands and feet seem to point to an evolutionary path from the waters to dry land and then to the skies. Interesting. But yeah, he just kind of wanders around down here in a little triangle, but he stays in the same, basically the same spot the whole time, so not too hard to find, unlike the discovery I tried to get that goes into the Dark Rift. So, seems harmless. Wait, where was Mama Squid? That was Mama Squid in the nest. Papa Squid is Obispo, the one that was floating around the nest, so yeah, the Mama is the one that's in the nest. Love how you say, let's not go there with the hentai, when no one except you had said anything about tentacles. Don't implicate us. Mono has a dirty mind. Oh, I've heard enough about tentacles. I used to watch H.C. Bailey, and every time there was tentacles involved, he would talk about super tentacle hentai porn, so I've been thoroughly hazed about that sort of shit, and I don't want to go there with it. Something like that, anyway. And I mean, he meant it as a joke, obviously, but like... gross, so. Let's see, that's the value in continent, so I need to go slightly south-southeast, and that'll bring us back where we need to go, so. There we go. Home sweet home, where there are no tentacles for any implications to be had. H.C. Bailey, that's another name that you haven't heard in a while. Yeah, he was one of my big inspirations, so... Oh, hey, Gilder's here. What's going on, man? Yeah, well, we propped the place up with a lot of money, so... You avoiding Clara again? Yeah, we sure did. Multiple times, actually. We mapped out the entire world map, so... Did I watch the anime Food Wars? No. I've seen very little anime, to be honest, in my lifetime. Like, I watched a lot more as a kid, but mostly just the mainstream stuff, like Dragon Ball Z. So, and then it kind of fell off the bandwagon of it after about 2005, and I didn't really watch it again, so. Fuck yeah, it's Friday, no more BS with training. Bro, where the fuck did he come from? A Gilder? Oh, he's probably avoiding Clara again, so he probably came in on a lifeboat. So, I mean, we're always getting in trouble, Gilder, but that's normal. Excuse me. Well, the good meal we can afford now because our kitchen was upgraded, so... Yeah, it sounds like him. So let's have a little powwow with Gilder, and I'm going to put my jacket on, actually, because the AC just kicked on. I may have worked out today, but That AC is cold. And I don't control the thermostat. Also, I wasn't watching the screen, so if something just happened in that little cutscene where it flashed outside, I did not see it, so whoops. Dude, she's not that bad. She's not even bad outside of her obsession with you. Apparently, he would disagree with you. Oh boy, I don't know. Gilder is Gilder. Yeah, and there was a giant dreamcatcher that tried to debate me from... I thought he was a discovery, but it turns out he was a gigantic centipede. Yeah, I looked up the dreamcatcher in between streams. It is one of the 4 giant monsters, and it's a centipede that looks like a dreamcatcher. So, take that to your nightmares tonight. Sorry about that. Yeah, we got them. Here they are. Blue, red, green, purple, and yellow. Now we just gotta worry about the silver one, but Fina says that one's taken care of, so... Yeah, we should probably send her off sooner rather than later, because the more time she stays, the more chances Valua has to take them from us, so... Sorry to say it, Fina, but it might be easier that way. Yeah, that's a fair question. Where do the Sylvites live, exactly? Maybe that was the wrong question to ask. She's walking towards the window wistfully. Should have fought that. You would have loved to see how that disaster went. Yeah, it would have been fun. Maybe we'll go back and do it later. Now that you think about it, the guy to summon the Silver Gigas is Fina's amnesiac brother. Yeah, he's probably... I mean, Fina's not going to do it, so he's probably the only Sylvite on the planet that would have the balls to do that, so, you know. Hey, Bon QQ. I hope that's how you say it. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? This is going too smoothly, yeah. Where's Valua to destroy my island and take all the crystals? Because you're right, it is going too smoothly. But welcome anyway. We'll see how long the good times last, shall we? And where's that? The Great Silver Shrine. It's kind of a satellite, basically. Like, you can't even get to it if you go into upper sky. It's not a discovery or anything, so... It's way up there. Yeah, we heard about that one. Oh, okay, I see. Kind of like a floating continent, except more float, because all the continents float in this game. I'm sure that made them very sad. Sorry, I can't even say it with a straight face. Well, that makes sense. I mean, you wouldn't want the rains to happen again, so... Almost destroyed the world last time. You've read enough books to know when things are too good, something bad happens, because otherwise the story isn't interesting. Yeah, that's fair. They gotta add drama and, you know, climactic action somehow. Usually that's by making things go wrong when they seem to be going so right. So, if this game wasn't old, you would call it cliche. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it might even have been cliche when the game came out, so... Oh, it's Solomon Shrine from East 2. They made it float. Yeah, they made it float a lot. It's way up there. Okay, well, sounds like a plan. I hope that once you take them there, you'll come back and visit us sometime. Oh, yeah, so remember the ship that she floated in on that the Valuans were blowing up in the first stream when we first found her? Yeah, we have to go find it. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's probably in lower sky now, considering, but... So, do you think we should go look for it, then? Or we could look for another way. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, I'd like to think that she can come visit again, but... Well, I mean, that's possible, too. Sure, but you made a whole lot of friends along the way. I'm sure if they're as, you know, benevolent as you say, they would let you stay. I'm sure they'd make an exception. Hell, all of them probably want to come back down here, too, considering, you know, it's been so long they've been stuck up there. I can't even imagine being stuck up there for thousands of years. I'd want to come back down. Let's see. Literally Solomon's Shrine. I mean, they needed teleport magic to get back to the surface. Yeah, something like that. Are Vice, Aka, and Fina a thruple? Is that how you say that? Like you know, a polyamorous relationship? I don't know. The game kind of hints at it being a possibility because they all have mutual affection for one another, but I don't know. I don't really look deep into that stuff. So if you want them to be, sure. I'll say it that way. There you go. Oh, speaking of Dangrel Island, there you go.
Yes, my lord.
Oh, okay. Now, that's not lower sky they're talking about. That's deep sky, like even lower than lower sky, which is not good. Yeah, on that note, where's Alfonso? Story too serious for you? Yeah, we need comic relief back for a little bit. So... Oh, he wants to overthrow the government. Gee, I never would have seen that coming. I don't know how you're planning that one. Well, I guess we'll see how that goes, but... Oh, yeah, so he can rule over it with an iron fist! Well, they either stand with you or they die, judging by who you are, so... I'm not sure this was a good idea, Ramirez, just saying. I'm pretty sure you're delusional. You convinced yourself of that, and it... You ambitious idiot! Ramirez is a coconut. He's got a bit of a hollow head, I think. He doesn't exactly think these things through. So, we're shipping gremlins minus you. You're shipping trash. Oh, it's fine. I don't mind. Is Ramirez a simp for Galcian? Possibly. Hell, in the original Dreamcast version of the game, they didn't explain Ramirez's backstory at all because the whole Moonfish side quest didn't exist. So he basically was a simp in the Dreamcast version. Like, he had no good character reason for doing what he did, but he still followed Galcian completely unquestioningly. So that's one of the reasons why they added the Moonfish quest in the GameCube version, because they wanted to add a little bit more background. So. You're going to get a job as an Empire advisor, and your whole job will be to review our promotion paperwork and look for the phrases, fashion sense not evil enough, promotion denied. If you see that, we have a coup incoming. Yeah, actually, that's not a bad idea, considering most of the people who decide to overthrow usually have their own very specific fashion ideas, so probably a good idea. Then you can, nip it in the bud real quick. You're starting to think the Empress is not that bad. By comparison to Galcian, yeah, I think I'm with you on that one. Because she just seems delusional, whereas Galcian seems very lucid of the fact that he wants to blow up the entire planet. So, yeah. Alright, I think we're in good shape with everything here. Actually, I think I'm going to go back up because I thought I saw a treasure chest inside of the meeting room. So I'm going to go see if it actually is in there, because that could affect my treasure rating, so... Galcian must have been really good in the bedroom. What other reason could there be? Oh boy. I think a very specific value and Admiral would agree with you on that one. Oh, man. There's the good part of remakes and remasters, seeing good additions to the content. They did not need to flesh out Ramirez. They chose to. Yeah, and I think it makes it a little better, anyway. We'll talk about what... Oh, okay, it's probably just Domingo's personal effects, then. Speaking of Domingo, hey, man, what's up? Yeah, doing the best I can. We got 68 discoveries now, so... I think he gives you little rewards after certain milestones, so... I think he gives them all to you if you say it, like, at this point, so... Yeah, well, there's still more to discover, as it turns out. And I'm pretty sure the Hamachu guy would not agree with you about the greatest air pirate thing, but... I'm glad that you think it's a good idea. And he gives you a few seeds so you can make yourself a little stronger. So that's cool. We also got another white map. That's where you get it in the Dreamcast version because the Moonfish quest didn't exist. So I think that's at like 50 discoveries he gives you a white map. So yeah. And if you fill out the discovery log, he'll give you his most prized possession, which I think is another seed, if I remember right. and a bunch of gold, so... If she's delusional, then what is Galcian? Well, like I said, lucid to the idea that he wants to destroy the planet, which is very dangerous because he doesn't see the problem in that. And that's not good. Because I want to live here. But the way game design works nowadays, that would never happen. Hell hath no fury, apparently, like a Galcian scorned. Or Ramirez scorned, depending on the situation. Actually, let's go this way, because I want to go buy a bunch of seeds, and, well, the game brought me back here, so I might as well at this point. Actually, Vice, why don't you dole out all the seeds we just got? And I'm probably going to sell the poly specials and the other stuff that I don't need, like the Romuhai fish, because if they're not actual tents, then I don't think I need them. We can just come here and have Polly cook us a meal, you know? Alright, so give you the Paranta seed. Ickle seed goes to Fina. There we go. Zal seed is Vigor. That also goes to Fina. And Sylph seed, yeah, we'll give that to Fina as well because, well, I'm going to buy a whole bunch of Sylph seeds in a minute, so that's the plan to, excuse me, make Aka and Fina really, really, really fast. So, yeah. Galcian is the definition of abusive relationship. Yeah, I mean, that's possible. It depends on how he treats Ramirez off-screen, I guess. We haven't seen him be, you know, physical with Ramirez yet, but I kind of hope that's not how their relationship goes. That's just not good at all. This place is extra AF. Like, this is supposed to be the secret hideout, isn't it? Yeah, but it's not a very big secret. I made it excessive on purpose just to flex. This is how much money I have. Are we clearing our name now, or what? After the next dungeon, actually. So I'm going to go to Dangrel Island, which is the next dungeon we need to go to, and then after that, we're going to clear our name. So, and the next dungeon, I think, isn't too long either. It's about as long as the Maw of Tartas, so, yeah. So it shouldn't be too bad. I can get rid of a few of the... Well, you know, I'll keep them. It's fine. And then Romuhai fish. Yep, let's just sell those because I don't need them. And I am over 5,000 gold total, so that means I should be able to buy a bunch of seeds. Get rid of the wind slicers. Keep the Ducats tunics. We'll still need them. I have a white map equipped, so let's just get rid of this one. Hope you're not superstitious, Vice. And then the rest of this stuff I can keep, so that's good. We'll need a little gear grease and some Appa wax, but I think I need to stop back at Nazrad for that. So we'll do that in a little bit when we're actually... We actually will go back to Nazrad when we do the whole clearing our name section, so then we'll have an excuse. Do I need anything else? No, not really. Okay, so what I want to do actually is I want to get a few more vital seeds for Fina, so let's get 10 of those. And then after that, I want to buy 20 Sylph seeds for the both of them, for Aka and for Fina, so that they are lightning quick. And then I will give them to... I'll give all the ones I just got to Fina, and then I'll buy the 20 for Aka, just so I don't get myself confused. But yeah, there's actually something you can use your money on at the end of the game in this game. It's not like in Paper Mario, where I had to invent an excuse to actually use my money in the end game, so... Ramirez seems too loyal for abuse. Yeah, and I mean, sometimes there's, like, you know, Stockholm Syndrome, but, like, it doesn't feel like that in this case, I guess. At least not to me. Flex as much as you want, but did you really need the fucking fountain? Yes. Yes, I did. It's loyalty, not fear, that keeps him in line. Yeah, I think you're right about that. He doesn't seem like the kind of person who's afraid of Galcian, because if he did, he'd have a little bit of a different type of behavior. Or that dick. We could spend the money on that dick, I guess, but let's not do that. This is fine. What I'm using it on now is fine. I don't know if that's what you were saying it for, but let's just use it on what I already have. Alright, use a Sacred's Crystal, and then use the Sylph Seeds, and this will increase your quick by 60. That's pretty good. Let's try it. Speaking of steroids, we were just talking about them in the Maw of Tartas. Here's some steroids. 225 quick. Nice. We'll probably want to get more than that later as well, but I can spend the money on that in a little while, so... Yeah, there are fish in that fountain now, too. Yeah, we did get fish in the fountain now, so I should probably go check on those, see if I can actually see them. So. Okay, Sylph Seeds, go! And Aka, you're about to become Sonic the Hedgehog real quick, because you're already fast, and this is going to make you even faster. So, and this, and let's see, Self-Seed, Echo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Done. And she has 245 quick now. Nice. I'd like to eventually get the both of them, like, above 280, but I think most of that we can get from the leveling process, so. Now, granted, they'll never be faster than Piastol, but we don't need to be faster than Piastol, so. Gonna take a nap, Marie? Alright, sounds like a plan. We will have fun in the skies, have a good sleep while you're at it. Levels, what are those? Are they edible? Yeah, that's what I'm asking right now. This is one of the reasons, by the way, why, actually thought about it before, because I think I mentioned previously that you could fight some of the Legends bosses at low levels, but if you fight them at low levels, their stats level up with you, so they actually have lower stats if you fight them at low levels. So sometimes it might be better to fight them at higher levels for the additional challenge, because their stats scale up pretty quickly the more levels you give them, so yeah. We'll see that in one of the Legends boss fights that I'm going to be doing, so. Hey, Amarella, how's it going? Welcome back. We got the Yellow Moon Crystal, and we just came back to base to check around stuff. We don't know where Dangrel Island is at the moment, but the game might be telling me where it is right now, so. Oh, you're welcome, Gilder. Glad you enjoyed it. We got a couple of really good cooks, so. Not going to join the party this time, huh, Gilder? Oh, and what's that? Oh, yeah, I guess their engines now have the ability to go into lower sky, so. And they're making a base on Dangrel Island. Well, that's something. I mean, how are they going to manage the pressures down? I guess you're not an airship engineer, so you wouldn't be able to tell me that. Well, we can't let Valua be the first ones to do that. We got to go there first. Also, yeah, what could they be looking for down there? I guess if they're looking for Fina's ship, yeah, that could be a thing. Maybe they're trying to get Fina's ship back so they can... Because at this point, they got to cut their losses, right? They're like, oh, well, we only got one crystal left to find, and then Vice and the others have the other 5. Maybe we should take Fina's ship so we can get to the Silver Shrine, and we can take the crystal, and then it'll be like, well, we've got 5, or you've got 5, we've got 1, now nobody wins, you know? Maybe that's their plan. Doing all right? I'm doing pretty good as well, Amarella. Good to hear you're doing all right. Making good progress today. I think we'll finish Dangrel Island in the next hour, so we might even start up on some of the last side quests I'm going to be doing for the stream. So, we shall see. Dang, Vice pretty much took everyone that's good in the world. He might as well be Galcian. Yeah, and the opposite morality, right? Like, oh yeah, well, Galcian's got all the evil people, and Vice has got all the good people. Oh boy. Who needs pressure on an airship when you have no airship? Yeah, I guess that that would create a distinct lack of pressure, yeah, because you don't have to worry about the airship then, so. Alright, so now, here's the thing. We didn't go give Doc the 20-second moonfish, so we're going to go give him that, and we're going to go to Sailor's Island because I have a couple of discoveries to sell, so. Ah, there's the Iron Star again. Yeah, we found that on the last stream, so. Just a Red Moon satellite. If we'd have seen the flying flail right there, I would have been very angry. Because I had to chase that motherfucker halfway across the planet last time. But, oh well. Oh, it's just one of those. That's just one of those discoveries where it's like, oh. Oh, I just gotta go straight west from here. Okay. Aw, but you're minorly evil, but you don't want to hang out with Galcian. He smells funny like sulfur. You don't have to hang out with him. I mean, hell, look at Baltor. He's still doing his own thing. He's not even bothering with Galcian. At least as far as I know. Okay, that looks like... No, it's not Doc's ship. There's Doc's ship right there. Again, he gets up pretty high in the clouds, considering. I almost just crashed into him. That wouldn't have been good. They'd have had to grab Piccolo and hold on for dear life. No wonder the bad people had to resort to the extreme. Vice pretty much has a monopoly on the good people, yeah. Excuse me. I think it's the reverse order, though. I think Valuans had the monopoly on the evil people, so Vice had to resort to social democracy. So, all right. Let's feed him another moonfish. This is number 22, so we'll see what it gives us. I can't even see him growing anymore. That's how large he is. He's a big boy. Again, I'm surprised he hasn't shot me off the ship with one of these hairballs yet. And for doing that one, you get a marksman gun, which is a weapon for Gilder. Even though Gilder's not in your party right now. Why? What? Okay. You're welcome, Maria. I'm glad that you're happy that Piccolo is growing up. Yeah, holy Christ, is that thing large. Yeah, he's pretty big. he was small enough to fit in the palm of your hand about 14 streams ago. No, not me, I'll tell you what. Let's go play over there. At this point, she might as well be talking about a different section of continent. So, oh boy. Well, hey, it ain't no big deal. We just fed the bird. That just helped her out. It's her emotional support animal, so. Like, holy fuck, as it zooms out on the camera to show her to scale with them. Yep. Oh, yeah, there's more. I had a feeling there was more details to this whole Admiral Mendoza and Ramirez stuff, so let's have a look, shall we? If it's that hard for you, it must have been a pretty bad time for Mendoza and Ramirez, so. But yeah, we don't quite know the details exactly of why Ramirez decided to be evil all of a sudden. So we just know that Galcian told him, when you're ready to take power as your only goal, come to me, and I'll talk to you about it. So. Yeah, that was what he said. I don't think well, I guess it depends on the person. You can't just use that as a blanket statement, but some people can be like that. Some people aren't like that at all, but you know. Boring backstory. I don't know about boring. This is the catalyst for all of Ramirez's wrongdoing, so. This guy's rude. He makes you go around the world to find something to feed the bird, then rewards you with bird vomit. I don't know, that bird vomit's pretty damn good stuff. We've gotten the white map and a whole bunch of good accessories and armor out of it, so I don't know, I think I'll take bird vomit in that case. Oh. Why? Was he trying to prove Galcian wrong? I mean, possibly. Oh. Yeah, that doesn't sound like the Admiral that you've told us about at all. Okay. Why? Literally, why, though? What would he do with those? Yeah, I think I would, too. My lord, is it true you turned into a one-dimensional villain while I wasn't looking? Why? No, seriously, this doesn't seem at all like Mendoza. What the fuck? Did he just change characters in between, like, after Galcian talked to him? Like, I mean, obviously he was like this before this, but, like, he never seemed like that. Maybe it's because of the way Doc told the story, I guess, but he just never seemed that way before. And now all of a sudden he's a slave driver who hates the Ixotakans because they're Ixotakan, and it's like, what the fuck? Why are you just being every upper-class Valuan we've ever seen? That's not okay. I thought you were a cool guy. I mean, you would have been disbarred from the Admiralty. And also that, so maybe you shouldn't have done that, and then you wouldn't be signing your death warrant. What the fuck, man? I would think you'd still... Well, I guess after this, no, because he turned into a one-dimensional villain, so now he's going to try to kill Ramirez. Great. So what happened? Did they Oh. Yeah, Ramirez went stir-crazy after they decided they were turning into one-dimensional villains, and he just murdered everyone. Also started the fire on the ship. So that's just great. So you remember the fire that Piastol was talking about? That her sister and father got separated from her, and then Vyseneka almost got killed by her knife? Yeah, Ramirez started the fire. So that's great. Fantastic. Hey, Anachronistic Services. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? We're learning some backstory about Ramirez, and apparently Admiral Mendoza turned into a one-dimensional villain on him. So that's just great. Super boring for you because you don't care for Ramirez, idiot. Oh, there you go, yeah. I mean, in that case, it would be. He doesn't know what the bird vomit was. He says, you can have whatever that is. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Guess we can't expect the Valuans to be, like... Maybe it's just in their blood. No, I don't think so. It's just... He's saying it because it's a game mechanic, but whatever. Well, I can see that. I'm pretty sure that just means you're trading naivety for strength. Like, if you're trading Mendoza, who you followed because he was like a father to you, for Galcian, who you're following because he has... Like, Ramirez, this is literally just as naive as what you were doing before. Like, what... Okay. I do like the Ramirez scream that Doc does there, though. So that's cool. You love this backstory. You didn't care about Ramirez, but Piastol was your Raka insert. Yes, you're basic enough to adopt the token goth chick. No, that's fine. I mean, if it gives you a... Like, sometimes it's nice to have an icon that you can kind of go back to and say, yes, I relate to this character because of who they are or how they look or what they do in a game. So sometimes it's nice to just have that, so it's okay. Like, one guy is that evil, so I'm disappointed. I will turn evil. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Lifeblood. Like, what? There seems to have been a large gap of logic that you have jumped directly over here, Ramirez. What? Why? Okay. Strength for Ramirez is a euphemism. Yeah, strength of something. Oh, boy. He really is a simp. That's great. Yeah, but you were a doctor. Like, what could you... I mean, you're not like... Actually, I was going to say, it's not like you're Doc from Chrono Cross, but actually Doc from Chrono Cross isn't that strong either. Maybe it's because he's White Elemental, and Surge is White Elemental, and Surge is the main character, so he's automatically better than every other White Elemental character in the game. Whoops. You're probably right, honestly. I mean, there is an interesting... I think, if I remember right, I saw a video on YouTube where it was like a what-if scenario of what if Fina and Ramirez's roles were reversed? What if Fina came in first, and she was found by Valua, and Ramirez came in second, and he was found by Vice and Company? And I don't know, honestly, I feel like Fina would have just been dead at this point, and Ramirez would have been doing basically what Fina does, except a little bit more 100% all the time. He either stops or he goes. There's no in between, so. He broke the Olympic record in standing long jump by jumping around the world. Yeah, he was the one that... He was trying to chase after the flying flail, and he flew so far, he ended up just jumping onto Galcian's ship. So. Alright, Anachronistic Services, we'll see you in a minute. White is better. I don't know about white is better. For Chrono Cross, because the 6 elements are all kind of even in Chrono Cross, honestly. They're good against different things, right? They're usually, like... They have opposing color super effectiveness, so, like, white and black are opposed in the game, so, like, white is good against black and vice versa. Red is good against blue, I think, and vice versa, and green is good against yellow, so... Yeah, they're all about balanced, I think. Here's the thing, Ramirez originally rolled as a monk, except he misread the PHB and the 10 leap ability he thought applied to conclusions. See, that's still funny to me, even though I've never played D&D. I think it would be a lot funnier if I actually played D&D, though. I'll have to tell Cole that one. Because he plays, it's my brother, he plays a lot of D&D, so. Well, yeah, that was the silver lining, right? She got a chance at a second life, so. Also, yeah, the Aquila, we've heard that name before. But apparently these doofuses have only just put 2 and 2 together and realized that Piastol is Maria's older sister. Alright, I guess they have other things on their mind. Fina would just be shunned, because Galcian is obviously into dudes. Yeah, probably. Maybe Empress Theodora would have taken Galcian's place in that case. She would have been like, I'm the Empress, but I'm going to be an even greater tyrant. And Galcian would have just been like, aw, now I don't get to rule the world, because I don't have an underling to help me do that. Yeah, well, we know what happened to Piastol, actually, so... But yeah, this puts the pieces together here for us, so now we know that Piastol is Maria's sister. I mean, we knew that before, but yeah. So now we just gotta convince Piastol to come see her sister, which is probably easier said than done. Guess we'll just wait till next time we see her, and after we... Well, before we fight her, maybe we'll tell her this, and then she won't fight, but something tells me she will, no matter what. Or Fina could have ended up being Enrique's girl. No, stop. Yeah, I mean, I guess, maybe, because Enrique seems to be more into the more demure girls. I mean, look at Mogi, right? Like, she's more demure. Demure? I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm not ye olde English enough. Anyway, let's drop off our discovery information. We've got 2 things to sell, so... They probably won't sell for too much. Well, maybe the ancient fish will, but... Yeah, I mean, the ancient fish sells for a decent chunk. And actually, these are 2 things that Domingo definitely didn't get to. Although I said that, right? Like, once you recruit him, I don't think he gets to the discoveries before you do, so... Yeah. Yeah, Mogi, she's the Empress of Yafutoma, and she is potentially a crew member. We actually have her in the crew. I can show you her name. I don't know if I can... Well, I can show you her portrait as well. She's one of our delegates. And she didn't really... She wasn't the heir to the throne, so she decided she was going to help her people by leaving Yafutoma and going seeing the rest of the world, so, yeah. Not as good as Pinta, in my opinion, because, again, a lot more ships use physical attacks than magic, but... Yeah, it's okay. While I'm here, though, I definitely want to do this and switch Ryukan for Ilkemis, because Ryukan casts Incremis on you for 1 less SP, but Ilkemis, he gives you all of your stats up for 8 SP. So he's significantly better, even if it's only for 2 turns, I think. He's significantly better. So we'll switch him in. And that's that. I don't know if I have to buy anything, honestly, so... Enrique would not be into you. You are okay with this. Yeah, there you go. It's fine. You know a weeb because you are one. Some Sky Japan princess. So there you go. Helping stop value. You know, yeah. How does leaving help? What was that in reference to, Amarella? I think I missed that. How does leaving help? Let me know what you meant. Like, extrapolate on that a little bit, and I'll answer to the best of my ability. Do I need any items? I could have bought them with Ilkemis, I guess, if I needed them, so I don't think I do. These are fine, because I'm just trying to get rid of them. I still have 2 Rizzo boxes. Yeah, we're good. But yeah, there it is. Gun for Gilder. It has a chance at causing instant death, so that's not bad. But, not really useful now. Oh, I have a Captain Stripe. I can use that, actually. There we go. Also got a magic cannon. Oh, that's just a key item. Okay. Alright, well, anyway, that was basically all I needed to do here on Sailor's Island. Since I was already here to drop off the Moonfish with Doc and get the cutscene, I figured, whatever, let's just go here and sell our discoveries. And then after that, we will go to Dangrel Island. And like I said, I don't think it'll take too long to get through there because it's not a long dungeon, so... Alright, but we'll go down here. And now we just gotta go find it. You'll be honest with me, you already forgot the context, so that's okay, Amarella. I do that all the time. Like, I'll say something, and then 5 minutes later, somebody will ask me about it, and I'll be like, So I totally get you. It's fine. I'm gonna guess this is it right here. I was wrong. I figured it was, because there's the vortex right there, but there's the wreckage there, too. Unless it is it, no. Is that Shrine Island right there? Yeah, it is. Okay. Maybe it's somewhere else around here. No, I'm pretty sure that's it, actually. Because that's the wreckage. Do I have to get closer to the bottom? No. That's great. I don't even remember where it is. Unless it's over there. That could be it, actually. That looks a little more populated. Yeah, here it is. If it's not, yeah, I was going to say, then I don't know what it is, but yeah, this is it, Dangrel Island. Alright, let's see what they've got going on in this fancy base of operations trying to get into deep sky. Well, here's all the admirals, in case you were looking for them. Is it good news, everyone, or is it bad news? Oh, boy. We are going to overthrow the value in government and then try to murder everyone on the planet. If you don't agree with me, fuck off. Great. Leave now and die later. So that's great. Yeah, he's planning a coup. He knows exactly what he's saying. I won't be a rich person if you rebel against the Empress anymore. I can't stand for that. Well then, sit down, Alfonso. And who's gonna do it? You? Yeah, well, fair enough.
No!
Remember, they're following their own path now, Alfonso. Your authority has no figure here. He will quite literally just do it because we're not in Valua anymore. Wah wah. Oh boy. Well, yeah, as long as you get to fight and try to have sex with underage women, everything's okay to you, right, Figaro? And, I mean, DeLoco's crazy, so of course he's going to. This probably is true. Alright, old man, what do you think? He's wise at the exact point of his age, so, yeah. Holding your cards close to your chest, huh? Well, it's nothing good, I'll tell you that much. Alright, but here we are on Dangrel Island. And we got the Armada theme as well. This is where the last two moonfish in the game are, by the way, so we're gonna go look for them. One of them should be right around here. Yeah, there it is. Hang on. Slide this over and grab that. So yeah, we can actually finish the Moonfish and Piastol quests, potentially today, depending on how long this dungeon takes. So, that'll be nice. Let's just fill this out because I don't think there's any encounters up here, and then after that, we'll head down into the base. Damn you, Final Fantasy IV DS, for making me do this! Yes, it is that game's fault. No, I don't want to elaborate because I don't like Final Fantasy IV DS. I prefer the 2D versions, if I'm honest. Oh, hang on, I missed this section. There. That and this, and okay, we're done. Now I can use the save point. Excuse me. Oh, I asked. Amarella asked how Mogi helped by leaving. Okay, so Princess Mogi's brother, Daigo, is the heir to the throne. And he basically, when we finished up at the Blue Moon Crystal, he basically took over for his father because his father almost got couped by his advisor. Coup d'etat by his advisor. So Daigo is basically taking care of the home front. So Princess Mogi said, okay, so if Daigo's got the home front pretty much under control, I'm going to leave and go see the rest of the world so I can understand how all the other cultures work so that we can have a cultural exchange eventually once all of the crystals are taken care of and Valua is, you know, put under control a little more. Once they're not so tyrannical, we can have more cultural exchanges and actually work with people around the world. So that's what that was, so... Your response to Galcian about leaving Valua is, you better not be wasting my time. You got money? Yeah, there you go. We don't have a Valuan admiral that's in it for the money, honestly. The closest one to that is Vigoro, but he's more in it for the women and the fighting, so, yeah. You often hold things close to your chest. Hey-o! No, I get you there, Raka. I'm about as mature as that, so, you know. You want to kill Ramirez right now? Actually, I hate this moron. Oh, don't worry, Lifeblood. We'll get our chance. DeLoco. Being Loco, his name is literally being crazy. Yeah, that's true. Of crazy. You'd think the Armada would have stuff to detect intruders. Yeah, sure. Mogi wants a cultural exchange. Something like that. But yeah, you'd think they would be able to detect intruders, considering we just flew into their airspace and nobody tried to do anything, so... Maybe it's like, the Midgar building, the Shinra building, and... Not the Midgar building, that's just all of Midgar. The Shinra building in Final Fantasy VII, where they don't tell you because they don't care until, well, Sephiroth shows up. Okay, so I guess they're using the Silver Moon's energy to control the base. Alright, or they're using moon crystals. It's possible. We did just find a Silver Moon pit not too far from here, so, like, at the beginning of the game. So. They have something to detect intruders. Random encounters! Yeah, that's true. Thankfully, we have the white map, so that will be reduced significantly for us. Okay. Well, we're not going through there right now. I mean, I could probably fit between the fans, but let's, like... stop them. My run speed isn't the best first, so... And then once we do that, we'll be in good shape. Let's see. Oh, good, a dead end. Let's see. You genuinely hope Ramirez dies. Fina is not such a moron as a brother. Yeah, well... Yeah, I mean, they're not really brother and sister. I guess they're as close as you can be to brother and sister without actually being blood-related. Well... It depends on how the Sylvites are related, too. Like, are they all, you know, family? Because if they are, that's a little gross. But anyway. Yeah, he's not exactly doing as much justice for the Sylvites as Fina was. That's for sure. Like, Fina's a little, like, bit of a wallflower in some cases. But other than that, she's got, you know, a noble goal and sense of justice. Ramirez is just not thinking straight the vast majority of the time. So... Where does this take me? The sequel should be an alternate reality where Ramirez kills everyone, since he can pretty much do that. He can kind of step in between, like he uses portals to travel around in boss fights with him. If you fought him before this, you could have seen that, because he'd use it and he'd kill your entire party with it, basically, so... They left the schematics right on the table there? I wonder if we can borrow them and never give them back. And he destroyed family because he's stupid? What the fuck? You just want him to die. No actual brother. Even better, just die. Yeah, we don't exactly have the familial excuse there. So. You're actually saying Ramirez just needs a therapist. Yes. Yeah, if he had a therapist when Admiral Mendoza did what he did, he probably would have been better off, to be honest. But we all know Valua doesn't know how to do mental health care at all. So, you know. Just realized you use moron a lot. I blame you, GLaDOS. Yeah, GLaDOS does say moron a lot, doesn't she? I don't specifically remember most of GLaDOS's lines, except for the one where she talks about you turning her into a potato. That was always my favorite line. Hell, it's like one of the last lines she says in the duology, so... Does not need a therapist, he just needs death. Lifeblood is not messing around today. He's taking out the knife. He is ready, man. He is ready to see Ramirez end his own existence on this mortal coil. Okay, a door. And another door? Another door. Wow. I got so used to not seeing random encounters in here that I wasn't actually expecting us to get into one. Oh, that's okay. Oh, look, robots. Bye.
Retreat!
Maybe I should check what the Thunder Cutlass looks like as well. Although we'll get a chance because we'll have a couple of fights coming up where we can do that, so... We'll see. Oh, okay. Well, not going through that door. Excuse me. Check these other doors. I don't actually know which one leads to the next area, so, okay. I guess I can check these doors. Knife? Well, who do you take me for? Some child? You're using chainsaw cannons. Yeah, I mean, I guess that would get the job done, wouldn't it? So, well, this was a trapped room. Monster in a box! That is kind of a... Yeah, that looks very valuing, so I could see it. Alright, elite guards. I'm just gonna do what we've been doing, which is Pyriz and Pyrum, and that should do good. Also, they're blisteringly fast now, Fina and Aka, so that should mean that they'll be able to go faster than most everyone now. So, okay, so yeah, that should kill them except for the guy guarding, and I think Vice can take care of him, so.
Move! Give me strength!
Oh good, your slow clap processor made it into this thing, so we have that. Oh, for the Thunder Cutlass, yeah. it's got an engine blade kind of a design. They made the engine blade before Noctis made it cool. That's just great. Did Noctis make the engine blade cool? I don't remember if the engine blade was even any good in Final Fantasy 15. It's been a long time since I've played the regular, like, gameplay in 15. The last time I played it, I played Comrades, and that was kind of fun. But the main game, it's been a while, so... Okay, well, that door isn't the door that we want to go through. Okay, I was going to say, whenever you're ready, game, to let me... Oh, okay. It's letting me in. I thought it was letting me out, but no. I don't know why Vice stands slightly off-center every time he moves through these doors, but whatever. Okay. Oh, an Imperial Blade. That's another upgrade for Enrique, so... Again, this is why I didn't buy any upgrades for him, because you really didn't need them. He gets them pretty regularly throughout the dungeons that he's with you, so... And it can silence enemies again, so that's cool. A fire spell seems like a bad idea in here. Yeah, you're probably right. One of your favorite minion jobs is being told to guard a random room. Like 75% of the time, the player is speedrunning, so you never actually have to do any work. Yeah, fair enough. The speedrun doesn't look in these rooms, I don't think. Especially not the trap rooms, because, well, the speedrunners know it's a trap room, so they're not going to go in there because it wastes time. Me, I have no idea which room is which, so I'm just going in all of them and hoping for the best. Wow, Mono does not recognize Portal 2 lines, so we have that, yeah. It means I need to play Portal 2 again, really. I'm planning on playing the duology for the stream at some point, but I don't know when that's going to be. Probably, like, in between, like, a longer RPG or something that I play, so, like, I'll play Portal 1, because that Portal 1's only going to take one stream to beat, and then Portal 2 will probably take, like, 3 or 4. Might take a little more, depending on if I decide to do the peer review DLC, but, yeah, I definitely need to play the both of them, so... At some point. Oh, I see a treasure chest. That's a good sign. Should we even go in the other room? Because, I mean, we know it's going to be trapped. I guess I'll go in it. Whatever. Just to fill the map out. You're so bad at actually finishing games. Oh, my God. See, and that's kind of the nice thing about streaming games, Raka, to be honest, is that it gives you a little bit more accountability for finishing the games. At least for me, it does. I can't speak for anybody else, but when I'm playing these games one at a time like this for the stream... It almost is like posting a blog for when you're working out or something. It gives you accountability where people actually see you making progress in something. So it kind of forces you to say, yeah, I'm going to finish this. Up there. Okay. So. But yeah, if I was doing, like, I have somebody else that I'm watching stream who's I just started watching lately. They don't do that with the games that they play. They play whatever game they feel like on whatever day they feel like, and if they finish the game, that's good, and if they don't, that's fine as well. And I don't think I could do that, to be honest. I give them a lot of credit because that's a little beyond me, I think. So, yeah, this is the pot where they kill us. If only that part I do remember because that was a chapter name. So I remember that line because. I think Wheatley says it, and then GLaDOS says it, and then the chapter name comes up, and then you get thrown into whatever trap it was. So. You do finish them, but you go at a snail's pace. No, that's okay. Go at your own pace. Even if that pace is a snail's pace, it doesn't matter. It's fine. If you want to play the game, play the game. If you want to finish it, finish it. If you don't. I mean, it's fine. It's not like, you know, Nobody's gonna say, well, you're a bad person for not finishing the game. No, that's... Play whatever you want, finish it if you want, don't if you don't. But if you do want to finish more games, make yourself accountable for it, I would say. Like, post a log of those games that other people can see. Because that seemed to help me. I don't know if I can speak for everybody, but it seemed to help me. Which door do I go in? This one? Or the one down the hall? I don't know. Let's go this way to find out. This goes downstairs. Maybe I should finish up the hallway upstairs first. Just to see. I don't even know if there's a door over there. It was a chapter name, it was a Wheatley line, a GLaDOS line, and an achievement. Oh, yeah, and it was an achievement too, yeah. I forgot about that part. What do you suppose this is? Oh. Well, I guess the elevator's not here yet. So I guess we'll figure that out later. For now, though, let's go this way. Vice, again, why are you crooked? Okay, there you go. His moral justifications are finally going. He's so morally gray now that he's walking diagonally. Oh boy. Alright, let's see where we are down here now. I think it's just like the floor or something has like a weird hitbox to it and it's making him walk funky. I don't know. Oh, okay. Ah, yes, this is where the schematics are, so we're gonna grab them. They're on the table there, but first, we're gonna go past the chameleon here, all the way down to the end of this hallway, because if we go all the way, actually it's not a hallway, it's a dock, but if we go all the way to the end of the dock, I think we start over here. There we go. And I think it's down. No, it must be up. Where are you, Moonfish? There you are. And that's number 24, so that's all the Moonfish in the entire game. We got them all. Good. Because it would have been a pain in the ass if I would have had to go back and get one that I randomly missed somewhere. I actually, when I first played the game, I didn't know about the one that was below Glacia for the longest time, so I was wandering around the world for a while trying to find it, and I just didn't, so... Yeah. But anyway, now that we've got that, let's steal the schematics, and then we'll be out of here. You mute lunatic, every RPG character where you create your character. Yeah, how the fuck did a Moonfish get here? Must have hitched a ride on the chameleon from somewhere, I guess, but that's the only thing I've got, so... Yeah, we just have to decipher them because they look like they're in hieroglyphics, so... Oh, okay. Yeah, they mentioned that he was going to Deep Sky with whatever this stuff is. But now, if we steal these, we'll be able to get to Deep Sky, and maybe we'll beat him there. And if you want, you could go to Deep Sky before doing the side quest stuff that I want to do, but there's a bit of a window of time that can happen there where if you don't do the side quests a certain way, it might be tough to do because then you'll, well... You know what, that's a spoiler, so we'll talk about that later. But basically, I'm going to want to do the side quests after this island first, and then after that, it's basically just going to be story for the rest of the whole time, so... Oh, he's on the ship right now, the chameleon, the Deloco, yeah. That's Deloco himself. The chameleon is the ship. Oh, and he sees us. Great. We have a few rats in the hull, Deloco. Oh, boy. Anyway, we got ship schematics, so now we should be able to go to Deep Sky once Brabham and Ismail modify the ship. So, now where the hell are we? Oh, okay, I see. We're just back to where the elevator was. Maybe this is the other side of the elevator shaft. Oh, we need to leave, but let's check over here first before we leave. See what this is all about. Looks like a big monorail. Maybe they use it to get in between this part and the Deep Sky Station? It's possible. I don't plan on finding out. Let's get the schematics out of here first. You feel bad for DeLoco? I mean, all the tech in this game probably didn't exist without him, right? And what does he get? He gets turned into a Saturday morning cartoon villain who just ends up sounding crazy. But you're right. I mean, the glyphs of might, the glyph of speed, and the healing salves especially. Like, if we look at a healing salve as an item, it's the strongest regen that the player has access to in the game, and it's literally created by him. So are the glyphs of might and speed, and yeah, he doesn't get, like, any credit for it. I mean, I guess it says DeLoco's researchers, so it might not be DeLoco himself, but yeah. He probably spearheaded that whole operation of creating those things, so doesn't really get a whole lot of credit for it, though. How many moonberries do we have now, by the way? Let's see. We have 4, so I could buy the final move for somebody, but I'm going to wait on that, actually, because I don't think I'm going to be able to get everybody's super moves. Final super moves. So I'm going to wait on that until a little later when I am a little closer to... Stop! You violated the law! I mean, I do that all the time. But, yeah, when I'm a little bit closer to, like, the end game, I might just use that to show off the last super moves, so, you know. Galcian's here. Before we look at that, let me look at my chat, so... Well, sir, there's nothing on Earth like a genuine, bona fide, electrified 6-car monorail. Yeah, not a whole lot, so it's one of those things. It's just easy to spot, easy to recognize because Disney marketed it so well. He's just crazy, no technical genius. Yeah, it might just be his researchers, yeah. Hey, Kojo, how you doing? Yeah, long time no see. We've gotten quite a ways for it, but that's okay. I'm glad that you're here for when you're here, so... We've made quite a good amount of progress since the last time you were here. We're on Dangrel Island, and we're almost done with it, so... Why are you a fallen pirate? Do you need lifelink? I think I can get up. I just have to beat the imposters first, so I'll let you know. He's being framed. That's a big sword you got there, Galcian. It sure is. Wonder if that's what Ramirez likes. The big sword. Lenny face. He hasn't fought a specific bounty. That's why he's a fallen pirate. Yeah. Yeah, there's a bounty that's an imposter, a set of imposters that are trying to take away my good credit. Not that big of a sword. You saw bigger in Monster Hunter. That's true. Monster Hunter swords are bigger, but I don't know. It's probably one of the largest swords we've seen in the game. So, because not everybody else pretty much has like one-handed swords. Meanwhile, Galcian's over here with a slab of iron that he's just carrying with one hand. I guess we know why he obsesses over power, because he's just way stronger than he looks. So... Yeah, we escaped from the Grand Fortress twice, so it's starting to get to be old hash. This isn't the Grand Fortress. And you're not the guards! You're asking the same question Gregorio did. Yeah, well, actually, that's not wrong, but if he wants to create a better Valua, then he's gonna need to know. Yeah, unfortunately it hasn't crumbled yet, Enrique, so that's what he's saying, and I kind of wish he would have called him on that, but oh well. Oh boy. It had to be the Admiral of the whole Armada, huh? Uh-oh, now what? Is he gonna try to distract us with someone else? Oh, Gregorio. Great. Well, now we're surrounded. That's fantastic. What are you doing here, old man? You honestly prefer clubs because you don't have to worry about the sharp edge. Yeah, but don't you have to like sharpen weapons in Monster Hunter? So if it's not a weapon that you have to sharpen, like if it's not a sharp weapon, do you have to sharpen it still with a whetstone? Because if you don't, that's, I guess, easier. Great. I mean, sword against the lance. He's basically a general from Fire Emblem. You're glad Galcian isn't just lore spouting. Yeah, villains monologuing is kind of it's iffy for me. I like the Dinosaur's Wrath when you could punch them and make them shut up in the middle of their monologue. That was exactly what I would have expected from Asura. Also, Gregorio apparently is here to turn traitor on Admiral Galcian. Well, good, I'm glad, but are you sure, old man? I'm not certain you can take Galcian in a one-on-one fight. If I'm not mistaken, Admiral, the consequences of those actions don't affect you anymore, because you're no longer a Valuan Admiral. You've gone rogue. Throw the law book at him, Gregorio. Alright, old man's being badass in his final moments. I like it. I mean, I don't like it, because he's definitely going to die, but I like it. Glad you finally noticed that. Well, I don't like it, but, I mean, I won't make your sacrifice be in vain. Hello. Now quick, lock the door! It would probably work better if it was 5-on-1, but... I mean, you're right, but we have the levels to beat him. You quite literally should be about this level in the Dreamcast version to when you fight Galcian later, so... I mean, that's probably a fair point, because Valua would never trust us if Enrique died in our care, so... Let's just hope he can't pierce through the iron wall. Well, I mean, Enrique doesn't like it, but this seems like the only way to do this, so... Other than, you know, fighting Galcian ourselves, but... He's not gonna let us. There are no clubs in Monster Hunter, but yes, blunt weapons have to be sharpened. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, maybe that would be a little busted, because then you wouldn't have to sharpen them, so that's like taking a whole mechanic out of the fighting. I've been ready to die for a long time. I'm like 85 years old. I've had a good life. Well, there he goes. I kind of wish I could say I feel bad for him, but this just seems appropriate considering... Oh, this isn't the right way. Wait a minute, where am I supposed to be going here? Where's the ladder? There's a ladder, right? Yeah, there it is. Okay. He can't be that strong. I mean, I don't think that Gregorio or Galcian are as strong as they say they are. We could probably take both of them in a fight. Galcian a little tougher at this point, but Gregorio we could definitely take in a fight at this point. But that's the problem, right? Because that means that Galcian could take Gregorio in a fight, so... It wouldn't work out too well, but the game says no, we have to have our story moment, so... It's unfortunate for Gregorio because he's, his sacrifice here kind of represents the beginning of the bad times, if you know what I'm saying. And if you don't worry. We don't have to wait that long for the bad times to come a-rolling in. Galcian's just over there twiddling his thumbs while the monologue's happening. Yeah, he's letting us go. Apparently he likes the game of cat and mouse we've been playing for the whole game. Wants to play with his food before eating it. It's just great. Alright. Let's savor it here. I don't think we'll need to save here because I don't think we need to come back here for anything for now. So. I want to take a ride on the monorail, though. Well, don't worry about that. If they finish building the base, we'll have plenty of reason to ride the monorail. But for now, let's get the hell out of here and see if we can modify the Delphinus to go into deep sky. After we do the rest of the side quests that I want to do for the game. Because, let's see. So we got to finish the Moonfish quest, we got to finish the Piastol quest, because those are intertwined with one another. And I'm going to fight the 2 battles that were added in the Legends version of the game that I want to fight. I was originally only going to do 1, but we want to clear our name, so we'll do the other one as well. So, thing is, you're not strong enough for 1. If you defeat him, you'll need all of your time, yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I guess if they were both fighting us, we would have been completely screwed, but, you know. Wonder why they don't just move islands instead. Don't seem like they're anchored or anything. You mean like the islands moving through space, or do you mean like Valua moving their operation to a different island? Because, I mean, like, the islands moving would be really cool, but I think it was a technical limitation thing. So, hell, that's probably the case with Valua moving their whole operation, although that's in-universe rather than, you know. Oh, yeah, dragging, yeah, like moving islands around, yeah. So. Well, at least he still has respect for Gregorio, so. Wait, 2 fights? Are you talking about the optional boss? I'm talking about, Well, we're going to clear our names, so that's one of them. And then the other one is one of the wanted battles that's added in this version of the game, in the Legends version. I'm not going to fight the other wanted battles, but those two I am going to do. So one of the wanted battles is clearing your name, and then the other one is just it's an optional one. We could have done it a long time ago, but we're going to do it now. So. Well, are you planning on sinking Dangirl Island, or are you going to sink him into deep sky? Well, sorry, old man. I wish it didn't have to be this way. You know the imposters. Who else am I talking about? We'll know in a few minutes, but one of the wanted battles, basically. So, it's one that we've had access to for a while, though, so I don't know if that gives you a hint as to which one. Okay, so we got to go back to Sailor's Island, because we got to go feed the last 2 moonfish to Maria's bird. So let's go do that. And then on top of that, we also need to go back into Sailor's Island because I don't want to catch fish. Excuse me. Sardines. Sardies. That's probably Doc's ship there. Yeah, probably. I forget if he lets you feed them now or if you have to go fight Piastol first. We'll see. Gregorio gets to live. What? No, he's dead. He's 100% dead. Galcian was talking about burying him, basically. He said make sure that the body is well disposed of. So. Why did they make Enrique look androgynous? Nothing wrong with being androgynous. Nothing wrong, just want to know why. Just to make him, I guess to make him look a little bit like... I don't know. I mean, I guess for him being like high society, I guess androgyny kind of suits that sort of position of power that he's in, but I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much into that. Hope you know the one that I'm talking about, because if you skip the one you have in mind, Well, we will find out if it's the one that you're thinking of or not in... well, I'm going to fight Piastol number 4 first, and then we'll go do the optional fights after that, so... both of the optional fights, for a further hint for you, both of the optional fights are on the way to Crescent Isle from where we are now, so I don't know if that helps. I just don't want to say what it is just yet, but we will soon enough, so. No wonder Valua never catches you, because there's not a single airship patrolling. Yeah, they only have like a couple of airships in the entirety of the world that are patrolling around, and that's about it. And they stay in a very specific spot, so. Alright, so Moonfish number 23 is where the really good stuff comes in, because we got, well, technically the ultimate weapon for Gilder is the marksman gun. It's not as strong as his most powerful weapon, but the instant death chance makes up for it. But here's a couple of really, well, 3 really good weapons. We got the Hydra Wing, the ultimate weapon for Aka, the Silver Arm, the ultimate weapon for Drachma, and the Serpent Strike, the ultimate weapon for Enrique. So now it's just Vice and Fina, and I mean, Fina's done. The weight is good enough for me. And then Vice, well, he's got the Thunder Cutlass, but Ryukan was talking about making him an ultimate weapon, so... Excuse me. And let's give Moonfish number 24. And we should have an evolution coming up. I just hope he doesn't go nuclear this time. Last time he got really, really bright. Cover your eyes! Oh, there he goes. I think he's all grown up. He looks smaller from this camera angle. Huh. Little critter, he's as crazy he is, you say. Think you know, you're surprised I haven't done that fight yet. Yeah, I wanted to see what happened when that fight had, like, the stats that as high as they could go. Just to see how bullshit it is, really. So. Ultimate weapon for Drachma? How do we use Drachma? I don't know. He's a fisherman now. I don't think he's usable in battle anymore. Maybe it's like the marksman gun where it's like, yeah, but we don't have Gilder in the party, so why'd you give it to me? Yeah, probably. He's all grown up now. What do you think, Maria? She looks a little down in the dumps. Oh. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. He's got to go back to Hamachu Island. Right. That's fair, and the Hamachus, I mean, they're not exactly endangered, but, you know. Is she, though? Yeah, I was gonna say, I think she's come pretty far there, Doc. All things considered. Yeah, so you can't let him feel as lonely. Yeah, I get you. That's a very mature decision of you, Maria. And to be fair, yeah, we'll come around occasionally just to see how you're doing. I'll probably come back before the final dungeon just to say goodbye. Yeah, Togibri! Togetic, that is. Yeah, at this point, probably is. Wow, he just keeps getting bigger, Ramirez to Galcian. Oh, it's never going to end, is it? Its difficulty should scale with your stats and state in the game if your experience is anything to go by. Yeah, and I think we'll be okay because I have 4 thermo rings, and I'm probably just going to equip those, to be honest. But, well, we'll see. I have a bad feeling, but we'll see if that bad feeling actually happens or if it's fine. So, well, she's gained quite a bit of emotional maturity now. So, oh, okay. Bye, Piccolo. He's ready to go. I don't know how those small wings are carrying his giant body, but oh, whatever. Yeah, it's his first voyage. Have an adventure there, Piccolo. He just looks so derpy.
Bye-bye.
Bye! And off he goes. Well, he's gonna have to float all the way to Upper Sky to see his friends because Hamachu Island is all the way up there, so. And there he goes. He made it. He made it so far he turned into a star. That's great. And for finishing the Moonfish quest, we get a discovery, a Moon Hamachu. So that's what Piccolo was, is a Moon Hamachu. So, thanks to the Air Pirate Vice and his friend Doc, the mysteries of the Moon Hamachu have been solved. Once fed a moonfish, the Moon Hamachu will undergo a metamorphosis and will eventually return home to its nest. This discovery will go down in history. It will, because no one's ever seen a Moon Hamachu before this, at least not since the ancient times. So, if you guys stick around in this area, he can show up himself occasionally. Oh, for, I don't know what that was in context of either. Whoops. My bad. Now he's gonna hunt moonfish to extinction. That's the real reason you never find another one. I mean, you're probably right, Raka. He's got to keep eating. He's got to keep getting bigger, or else he's not going to be big enough to be the alpha male, right? Google Fat Chocobo. There you go. That will work. Oh, you mean for Piccolo showing up in this area? Yeah, I mean, that's possible. We might be able to see him at some point. All right, Sailor's Island next, because I got to get the last black spot, which should show up now. I think it's available once you finish Dangrel Island. Then we'll, I think our preparations are mostly complete for that. I should probably buy a couple of Glyphs of Might while I'm here, though. And then, after that, we'll pick up the black spot. We'll go fight Piastel. I gotta re-equip those Ducats tunics, which are still coming in handy, by the way. So, and then we'll fix our name shortly afterwards. I don't know if we'll be able to do that today, but it might be like the first thing we do on the next stream, so. Because we're making good time today, but I don't know if we're making that good of time. We'll see. You apologize in advance if your insert character is mean to me. Oh, don't worry about it, Raka. We're fighting her at her minimum possible level. And admittedly, she is still about 4 levels above Vice at this point, but it should be okay. It'll be fine. She wasn't even doing 1,000 damage to us last time, so it'll be fine. Alright, so we need the Ancient Bracer for you. Damn, his attack is getting really good. And we need Ducat's Tunic. And we need Warrior's Heart. And Ducat's Tunic. Yes, I know it's reducing my defense quite a bit, but it's okay. It's not reducing it enough to make a huge difference. Constitution Gem for you. And then Ducat's Tunic. And Enrique technically has his own Constitution Gem because the only status ailments that can be inflicted in this fight as far as I'm aware, are done through regular physical attacks. And with the defensive aura, he can't be hit by physical attacks. They do 0, or effectively they're blocked. So because of that, he can't be inflicted with statuses that happen from regular physical attacks either. At least I think that's how it works. I guess we'll find out. So, alright. So that's that. Let's pick up the black spot. We'll go fight Piastol number 4. And then I gotta pick which of the 2 fights I'm gonna do next. I think there's not the clearing our name one is closer. I think the one that's the other one is closer. So, and oh, they've even filled out the whole list. They even have Lord Zivelin Bane on here. Yeah, so you remember how Zivelin Bane seemed to be everywhere in a whole bunch of different treasure chests all over the world? Well, it turns out it wasn't just one guy. It was a bunch of different Zivelin Banes who are all controlled by Lord Zivelin Bane, the supposed leader of an infamous clan of bandits. Nothing is known about his true identity, or how he gets his guys to all the places that he does. Nobody knows where he's from. Little is known about his fighting tactics other than his use of explosive powder. Avoid this attack at all costs, or just use thermo rings and Justice Shield and you'll be fine. We can't fight this guy just yet, though. He's in a very deep down location at this point, if you know what I mean. If you don't worry about it. We won't be able to go there just yet. So, and there's the last black spot. Yeah, I'm in trouble again. Great. It's okay, she only did 1,000 damage. Time to reduce my defense. Yeah, there you go. No, it's fine, because those Ducat's tunics reduce her damage by 20% because all of her attacks are blue elements, so it will help. So, time to reunite 2 sisters that have been separated by a huge moron. Yes, yeah. And there is an ending cutscene that you get after fighting Piastol this time, where you can actually go see her reuniting with her sister. So we'll go do that. The other one. Claire, you know which fight? Okay, yeah, because I think we actually talked about the fight at one point there, Lifeblood, and we just... because we were looking for it at one point a lot earlier, like several streams back, and we just couldn't find it. But now this time I know where it is because they're actually there. I checked when we were in that area to recruit a crew member. So since we know they're there, I'm going to go fight them. But first, we got another fight to do. So, and before that fight, we have another fight to do because this fight is happening. So I'm not going to be able to level up blue, am I? Because Piastol's blue. I mean, I guess I could, like, get her down really low on HP and then inflict the final blow with blue element, because it might do a little less damage, but it's probably fine. Alright. Oh yeah, hang on. Gotta go pet my dog for good luck first. No, you don't know what the fuck you think you mean. Those pirates in Desert Town docks? I don't know. You're getting pretty warm. Hey, pal! Where'd you go, buddy? No, seriously, where'd my dog go? I didn't take him out of my party, did I? Maybe he's in the mess hall getting food. Oh, you were sarcastic? Okay. Well, even though you were sarcastic, you're getting warmer. No, he's in there. Yeah, maybe he's in the mess hall. I thought he just stayed, in the, on the bridge here the whole time, but maybe he's radiant, maybe he moves. I don't know. We'll see in a second. You just pet your cat for anti-good luck. Ha! Okay, well, now I gotta find Pal, because I need to balance out the luck here. Oh boy. I think if I remember right, the little platform that's down here, if you have Merida as your jester, she'll dance down here, but I do not, so. There he is. Hi, buddy. Good boy. What do you think, Enrique? Are we ready? He's concentrating very hard because of what's happened at Dangirl Islands, so. Arala, what do you think of your digs down here? Oh. Yeah, no, he's got a lot on his mind right now, so I think he's, you know, just doing stuff. Oh wow, you can remove Vice's goggle in battle. Yeah, I actually learned about that not too long ago. There's like a, it's almost like the Konami code basically, but it's like the Sega version of the Konami code or something. And if you enter it in battle, Vice actually removes his goggle. I said, that's cool. I'm going to use that in the final boss fight to make it look like the end of Persona 4. So look forward to that when we fight the final boss. Brabham, what do you think? Yeah, I don't know if he wants that. I think he's already picked up on the lady that he's interested in. So, alright, let me take the wheel, Lawrence, and then I'll save, and then we'll go confront Piastel. Oh, she's getting away. Hang on. Alright, there we go. I have a very specific strategy, by the way, for the imposter fight. It's going to involve the Ducat's tunics again, but we'll get there once we finish this one first. So, good at remembering game shit, but not that. And who says you were there? You might have been sleeping. I could have sworn it was you that we were talking to. I was talking to in the chat, but it might have been somebody else. So, what? Down, down, up, up, left, right, B, A, start. I think their version doesn't have the B, A, start in it, but it's somewhat similar to that. Yeah, I'll demonstrate it in the final boss fight, so don't worry about that. Speaking of final boss fight, I'm going to be Piastel's final boss fight. Unfortunately for her, I don't think she's going to win. Well, she might win once or twice, depending on how powerful she is, so. Yeah, we have very important information about your childhood and where your sister is. Maybe we should have mentioned that part before you decided to do this. Alright, here we go again. For the final time, we gotta fight Piastel. Still can't deal with her shoes. Like, what is that? Like I said, sharp edges. Cut edges from Soul Calibur 3. Don't think you know what those are, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so we need Vice on red, and we need... Well, I need to Glyph of Might him, but should I just have... No, I need to have him and Fina use the Glyph of Might, because Fina needs it for defense, so... obligatory Delta Shield, obligatory Glyph of Might for Fina, and then obligatory Justice Shield. And then we'll go from there. Still do this once per episode, so you can see why I don't do it, and skip it. Yeah, two hounds. Two hounds actually would have been interesting, but yeah, it's still only one. Would have been cool if, like, she had one hound for the first 3 fights or something, and then all of a sudden she just had all of them. She's just like, here's all 3. Great. Piastel's regular physical attack can inflict stone on you, though, so just keep your Curia crystals handy in case, especially if she hits Vice with it, because that would be not good. Alright, let's see what Doggo does, and then after that we will go from there. Because I can Cutlass Fury this turn. So, on Doggo, just to start getting some damage off. And then you can focus, and then you can Justice Shield, and we'll eventually have enough to Pirate's Wrath, and I'll probably focus next turn so I can do that, and then finish the dog off. So... I really want to see a damage check for, like, Tempest Dance or Deluge, though. Okay, here we go. This will give me an idea of how bad this is going to go. Okay, this will go okay. This will go okay, because Ducat's Tunic is overpowered. It comes in at just the right moment in the game for the Legends version, because it gives you that blue elemental protection right when Piastel is getting difficult, so... You like how in the Akechi boss battle first phase, he laser focuses on Joker. Yeah, so you can kind of play around it almost in that fight by, like, making Joker a little bit tankier in some ways, so it's cool. I like it too. Let's see. Alright, so Vice, you focus this turn. We'll do our obligatory stuff, and then Fina throw a Sacrum Crystal out. And then I think next turn we should have enough to Pirate's Wrath, the dog, and that'll take care of him, and then we'll just focus on Piastel. I've found in most of the times I've fought Piastel, speaking of laser focus, she usually explicitly focuses on one party member in the fights that I've seen her with. Like, usually she'll only focus on one person for the whole battle. She'll pick her target on, like, the first turn, and then she'll just hit them over and over and over again only, so... Okay, the dog upgraded to Sacrum. At least now he has some survival instinct. That's good. Good for the dog. Alright, what are we at now? 26. That's not enough to Pirate's Wrath and do Delta and Justice Shield, is it? Okay, so how about we Cutlass Fury to knock him down a little bit, and then we'll focus with Fina since we don't have to heal this turn, and then next turn we'll Pirate's Wrath. There is no AoE heal, and it fucks you up. No, Sacrum is an AoE heal. It just only heals for 1,000 HP. So, like, if the bosses are inflicting more than 1,000 HP per round, you're going to have to do a lot of healing. So, here's the full Tempest Dance animation. Because it doesn't end there now. Nothing personal, kid. Okay, yeah, that's manageable. Welcome back, Anachronistic Services. We're doing pretty good. We are fighting Piastol for the final time, and we'll see how that goes. Nice dodge, Fina. That's all that extra dodge percent we've got for her, and that prevents her from getting fatigued, which is pretty nice. So, you thought there wasn't an AoE heal? Yeah, it would have been kind of difficult if there was no AoE heal. This game would have been a lot trickier. I say your username very much good, thanks. You are welcome. I'm glad that my vernacular is doing what it's supposed to do. It's a cool name, though. Anachronistic Services. I like it. It's got some kick to it. How much does Aka have HP-wise? I could probably get away with just using a Sacred's Crystal on her. And then, may justice be our righteousness. I'm holding myself there, Lifeblood, because I'll say it when Pirate's Wrath goes off. Hang on. Too bad I don't have the Dream Cutlass anymore. I'd be taking like 1,000 damage from this. Yeah, I mean, that's still not that much, so all things considered. What does anachronistic mean? That is a good question. I could look it up on Google, but I need to say that line in a second, so I'll look it up after. Yeah, see, Defensive Aura prevents any damage from Enrique, so... Goodbye, dog. Omae wa mou shinderu. Hang on, wait for the dog to pop up. Nani? There. Now I can look up what anachronistic means. Let's see. Anachronistic. Anachronism. A thing belonging or appropriate to a period other than that in which it exists, especially a thing that is conspicuously old-fashioned. Everything was as it would have appeared in centuries past, apart from one anachronism, a bright yellow construction crane. That makes sense, actually, because you can see the crone in the name. And crone is it's a root word for something like chronos, which has something to do with time. So, yeah, that makes sense. It's pertaining to era. You're a surrealist, so that should tell you. Legit surrealist. It's in your streams. Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, that makes sense. And I mean, I think that the username's appropriate if you're a surrealist, because, you know, it means that like, you quite literally have a username that means that you're from another time period, basically. So, I'm cool with it. Again, I like the name. It has a nice kick to it. So, yeah, let's just Sacred's Crystal Vice, I think. That's fine. And then we'll build up our spirit so we can keep using Pirate's Wrath with purple. Those are Renee Magritte paintings. I'm not familiar with the artist, unfortunately. But I don't know much about the painting world, unfortunately. I'm not very cultured, I guess. Oh yeah, she's switched up to Eternum now, so... I guess that's okay because it means she can't kill your whole party by accident, but it also means if you don't have Delta Shield or a Constitution gem, you're gonna die, so I guess it's different strokes depending on what you feel like. Let's see, so Focus, Delta, Focus, Justice, and next turn we'll work on the that there Pirate's Wrath. I could use the other Aura of Valor that we have, but it's the only other one that I'm gonna be able to get in the game, so I want to kind of save it. Probably for the final boss fight, to be honest, so... Damn, you like this word? Yeah, it's very good, I like it. And I like the roots of it, too, you know? Because it's got Anna, which is like anarchy. So it tells you that something is either a lie or not where it's supposed to be. And then the crone is from chrono. And then istic just tells you it's like something, so it's like a... time lie, I guess. So you can, if you know root words, you can literally read out the meaning from it, so it's cool. You're welcome, Anachronistic Services. Let's see. We're going to need a Sacrum Crystal this turn, because she deluged me last turn. But I can Pirate's Wrath her, so that's a good sign. We'll be working our way up. And then we'll go from there. You could also use Green Element if you want to fight Piastel, because it does the same amount, same extra percentage of damage to Blue Element as Purple does. So, yeah, if you want to use that, and I might even use that because we don't have all of our Green Element stuff yet, but we do have all of our Purple, so I might switch to Green, actually, for Vice. We shall see. Yeah, Time Lie, what? Yeah, like I said in the definition, it's something that it normally is in a different era of time, but it exists here in this present time instead. So usually it's like something you would normally see in the past, maybe hundreds of years ago, except it's here now instead, and why that is might be a mystery. So it's interesting. I like it. Switch to green. You had to follow. You actually show intelligence when it comes to the username. I appreciate that. I like when I can kind of try to like piece together what people mean by their username and stuff, because I kind of had to do that myself for my own username, because it's like a before and after puzzle from Wheel of Fortune, basically, but it's also, if you know chemistry, you'll know that my username is a bit of a misnomer, because you can't have a monochromium. That's not a thing in actual chemistry, because you don't need to say the mono in front. It's like, it's unnecessary to say the mono part, because you could just say chromium. So, but because it's a before and after, and it's like monochrome, it's, that's why the mono is there. But the mono is also there to be like, well, what if we look at this like the color spectrum? What if it's monochrome and then the chrome spectrum, which is like the electromagnetic spectrum? Because then it means one color, many colors. So I kind of put a lot of thought into it by accident. So, yeah. That's why I like kind of looking at other people that have similarly complicated usernames, because it gives me something to do with my brain, you know? So. Oop, I might not be able to skip this one because I was looking at chat. That's okay. Did someone time travel and then lie, or what? Like, how in America are still people who live like when it was colonized? Oh, so you mean like Amish people? Yeah. The Amish still are very traditional, and they live like they did for the most part. I mean, if you're a very like hard-based Amish person, then you live exactly like you did in like 1770 or something like that. But that's kind of rare nowadays, actually. If you don't live in America, you might not know this, but I live like a state over from a very large population of Amish people, and most of them actually do adopt a decent chunk of modern technology. They still churn their butter with a butter churn, sure, but like, and they still get around in a horse-drawn carriage, but they have smartphones and they have electricity and that sort of stuff. Like, unless you're a really like hard traditionalist Amish person, you're probably not going to live like that. I give them a lot of credit, though, because that's got to be really hard to do. To see the world evolving around you and not being able to interact with it, that sounds like an existential nightmare. But maybe that's just because I live in an existential nightmare. I don't know. It's like seeing a Blockbuster. Those shouldn't exist nowadays, but there's still one. Yeah, it's holding on. They probably make a decent chunk of money off their Twitter account, though, so from people who remember the old days. Yeah, you do filmmaking, and yes, that's true. There you go. You did not learn all that shit for your school. You would be hurt by my big words. I dare you to not do both shields in one turn. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, man, I don't know about that one, Lifeblood. Bone QQ, thank you for following. I appreciate that. It's not going to be this turn, though, because I need some Pirate's Wrath, so maybe we'll do it for the last turn, which will be next turn? No, it probably won't be next turn, because I still need to like have enough SP to use Pirate's Wrath next turn, so maybe we'll live dangerously in the last turn. We'll play chicken on the last turn and hope to God that nothing bad happens. interesting thing about the Amish is that when their kids graduate high school, they are allowed and encouraged to go out and experience the world and decide for themselves if they want to come back and live Amish. And I like that, actually, because that's kind of nice, because it means if your kids don't like the life, they've lived the life for the first 18-ish years of their life. So it's not like they haven't, they haven't had the chance to experience the whole lifestyle. Sure, they haven't had a chance to experience the adult years of it, but it's nice when you aren't confined to a culture, you know what I mean? It's nice when a culture is receptive enough of other cultures where they can say, okay, I mean, the world is a big place. If my kids don't want to do this, then they don't have to. So that's nice. It's nice to be around intelligent chatters. Yeah, I like to believe that I try to be somewhat intelligent, even though it doesn't always work out. So, yeah, I appreciate you joining in on the intelligent discussion. So I'm going to Sacred's Crystal this turn, and then I got to decide if we're playing chicken next turn. I don't know. We'll see. I know the next boss fight that we're going to do, we probably won't need to use Justice Shield as much. Maybe. I think. We'll see. Definitely needed Justice Shield this turn, though. I mean, Aka's got 3,500 HP now because of Vital Seed, so I guess probably not, but she would have taken like 2,600 from this otherwise, so 2,800, almost 29, so would have been a little strong. This is the rare intelligent chatter for the month. The rest is just stupid blubbering. The thing about that, Lifeblood, is you're not wrong. Sometimes I do get on topics where we can have intelligent discussions about stuff like existential nightmares and the way the Amish work and, the way that we can break down usernames. But it isn't exactly all the time, like Lifeblood said. It's a topic that I can get on, but I'm not always intelligent. So I guess in that way, it's almost like a rare gem, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't call myself a rare gem, but I do too many things too similarly to other people who do Let's Plays on the internet to really call myself any kind of gem. Okay, Enrique would have died if I had not used Delta Shield this turn, but if I had not used Justice Shield, we would have been fine.
Let's try this.
I mean, Enrique dying, I guess it's not the end of the world, but... See, I was chattering, and I forgot to not use one of the shields. That's my bad. Okay. And this is what happens, too, when I start chatting about stuff. Like, I just don't get off of the... I just don't get off the subject, and then I do stupid shit like this, where I forget to, not use one of my shields. Because I'm not paying attention. I'm just on autopilot while I'm talking, so... Yeah, that's my bad, Lifeblood. I'll work on it for one of the other boss fights. Goodbye, Piastel. Now will you let me tell you what we need to tell you without stabbing me in the foot? Alright, well, 12 Magic EXP should be nice, and 7,830 experience should put Fina pretty close to yeah, she'll be level 35, so that's good. Again, this is why I didn't want to do too much actual fighting over the past few streams, because the game gave me an excuse to run away, and the next time we get a party member, they're going to be level 35, so I wanted to try to keep the levels as close together as possible. So... This isn't even a fair fight. Like, 4v1, come on, really? Yeah, I know. We took her to the cleaners, basically. Oh, they didn't even get quick from that level because I gave them so many crystals. Or, not crystals, seeds. Yeah, steroids apparently help there. You do love this game and you're almost done with it. Nice. Nice Anachronistic Services, that's good. It's, and we're almost done as well. Like, we might even finish this next week at the clip that we're going today, so. We get a light dress for winning. That increases your quick and dodge percentage by a whole bunch, if I remember right, but it has really low defenses, so I'm not a huge fan of it. But, I mean, I guess it's nice as a trophy to say, hey, yeah, I beat all the Piastel fights, but I don't need the trophy. It's on the internet now. There's evidence, so. So why fight, then? Especially when we had something to tell you. Yeah. Reflection and growing up, I would hope. Well, the alone part you haven't fought, because your sister's still around, so... And I'm glad that you're at least realizing that at the end of this now, so... But this isn't like you can't suicide by air pirate. It's not the same as you know what? Let me not finish that sentence. It's not okay, Piastel. You're not allowed to throw yourself at me and expect me to kill you. That's not how we do. It was her decision, that's true. That's called the sunk cost fallacy, Piastel, yeah. That's about right, actually. And it is, it's a fallacy, so don't think about it. Alright, wait a minute, hold on, you're slipping back again. Your sister's on the ship. Yeah, well, she's got a little bit to learn about that, yeah. Maybe when she sees her sister again, she'll have a reason to work on her temper. So put the scythe away and then go see them. I mean, hell, you'll make Maria pretty happy. She'll be happy to have another pet again after Piccolo just left. I'm sure she'll tell you all about Piccolo. At least not suicide by Blue Rogue. Yeah, suicide by Black Pirate is more likely, yeah, because the Black Pirates don't take prisoners. They mostly just kill you, so yeah, right about that. Yeah, so get off my ship and go see your sister. Yeah, the Death Hound, because apparently the Death Hound's been coming back, the dog that's in her fight. We haven't been killing it, apparently, because it keeps coming back every single fight. Or it's a different dog each time. I guess we don't know for sure, but I assumed it was the same dog. There you go, Vice. Those are the kinds of parting words of encouragement she needs. Well, you don't have to say anything. All you gotta do is go see your sister, so... Bye, Piastel. That was not nearly as bad as I remember it being, but the reason for that is probably because when I played this game the first time, I did not use Ducat's tunics. So that fight was a little more hairy because I couldn't reduce the damage as much. It does. The 20% might not sound like much, but it makes a pretty big difference, actually. So, actually, I'm going to keep the Ducat's tunic for now, but you know what I should probably do is I should probably equip Enrique and Eika with their ultimate weapons, huh? That seems like a good idea. And then you can have your Serpent Strike. It actually has a chance to turn enemies to stone, which is pretty nice, actually. It's not incredible because it's only a low chance, not like the Marksman gun, but yeah, we're not worried about that for now. Alright, but that takes care of Piastel. Oh, I need the white map, hold on, because we're still Vice the Fallen Pirate for right now. So well, I don't need the white map. I can run away with that title pretty good, but I'm still going to keep it anyway. Alright, and now we can head back to Sailor's Island. Actually, I'm just going to head back to Doc's place because really, that's all you need to do. You need to go there to get the ending cutscene for these two side quests, and then after that, we'll go fight the next fight. Am I going to have enough time to fight the next fight? Maybe. Let's not run over Doc's ship again. Piastel, if you really don't want to go back yet, you can join our party. We can get rid of Gilder. Yeah. Who needs a guy with a gun when you've got a girl with a scythe? Like, holy cow. That'll do pretty good for us. What's up, Maria and Doc? Well, I appreciate that. We'll just hang around for a little bit. Oh, did she? I'm surprised because I just beat her like 5 minutes ago, but apparently it's been a couple of days. How'd that go? Doc's ship looks like Sonic's shoe. Yeah, that's probably on purpose. with the flag there, because this was made for a Sega console, so I wouldn't be shocked if it was on purpose. She didn't even take off the greaves, and she's here in her underwear. Good lord, man. Like, at least put a few more clothes on for your sister. Be a little modest. Maybe that's not her style anymore. I think I'm bashing without trying because I ain't never shown up at seen anybody in a two-piece bikini, so I shouldn't knock it till I try it, right? Oh boy. It's like that time at college where I tried on girls' yoga pants for the first time. They were really fucking comfortable. Like, I wanted to go buy some of those for myself, even though they were in women's sizes and they would never have fit me. So, because I'm like, I shop in the big and tall section in some stores, so it just kind of depends on the store. I should try putting on a two-piece bikini. Just glare and be all, try and say something. Yeah. It's, I mean, I wouldn't, again, I should knock it till I try it, right? So I don't think I'd be opposed to it. Just, I mean, it doesn't matter if I look silly. What the fuck do I care? I'm like 31 years old. If I don't look silly, then I just look plain, you know, and that's no fun. What's going on in this chat right now? I'll just silly stuff, Lifeblood. Don't worry about it. Silly stuff over this serious scene of Piastol meeting with her sister for the first time in 7 years. So that means that you're going to take a good example, right? Well, that's true. I guess she doesn't know who, like, what Piastol's name is. She probably knows the name of her older sister is Piastol, but she doesn't know who, like, this person's name, Piastol's name. So she wouldn't put two and two together yet. Probably for the best, though, because Piastol said she wouldn't be able to see her sister as the Angel of Death, and so that means she's got some stuff to work on before she can really see Maria, you know? I mean, she's seeing her right now, but seeing her as she is, so. Have a cam on stream when you do the two-piece. Yeah, there you go. So everybody can see it. Might as well have a hot tub stream. Oh my god. I can't believe that was added as a category. There we go. On Twitch. Like, that was added, like, what was it, like a year ago or something? I can't even believe. Like, I mean, I guess I'm glad that, I mean, it's all basically just going to be pornography, right? So I guess I'm glad that pornography is becoming more widespread, but at the same time, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh boy. You'll find out one day what that means to her, Maria. Yo, services, how are these intelligent conversations? Yeah, fair point. We've kind of devolved into the baser forms of humor here. So, yeah, there you go. I'm sure they'll fix things up together. Oh, really? Huh. So did Ramirez come to see you? Yeah, sorry that's... You're probably right about that, because I get the feeling he's not going to go away quietly. Sure, but Ramirez is doing what he feels is right, even though it's just as naive as it was 7 years ago. What I'm saying is he's immune to change. This world is adapt or die, Ramirez. It's not really going to work out for you. Yeah, what now stream? You will never do a hot tub stream. That is reserved for after the third date. Yeah, there you go. I don't even know where I would get a hot tub, to be honest with you. I am dirt poor, so... yeah, I don't even know. Okay, how are we doing on HP and stuff here? Oh, we're in good shape, actually. It looks like we're at full health as well. Well, the Delphinus isn't, but that's okay. I can heal that later. So our next stop, now that the Moonfish quest is finished with, is over here to the southeast. And by over here, I don't mean over here from Red in Mega Man X7. I never want to have to hear that again. Is it here? Where's Maramba again? Am I going the right way? Yeah, I think I see it. Yeah. Okay. We're going to Maramba. That's where the next fight's going to be. But yeah, like I said, the next couple of optional fights that we're going to be doing are on our way back to Crescent Isle anyway, so it's kind of convenient in that way, I guess. No, base form of human humor is penis jokes. We do those since the fucking Stone Age. That's true. I try not to, like, go all the way down to that, but, I mean, I'm not above it, I guess. Maybe that's the problem, right? Okay, Sailor's Guild I don't need. Do you have any new ship parts here? And by that I mean, like... No, everyone else did, because they believe the fact that I'm the imposter. Do you have any new stuff here? I guess I could buy Appa Wax while I'm here, because I don't have extra stuff for that, so... He just sells a big bomb. That's great. I'm going to buy one repair kit as well, so I can heal my ship right now. There we go. We were all the way down there several times. Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, I can't account for every single stream and say, yeah, I try not to go down there because, like, it happens, you know. It just happens sometimes without warning, and it just, yeah, I can't account for every possibility and say, yeah, well, it won't happen. No, it will. Just don't know when. All right, so, I mean, we could heal our MP, but we really won't need our MP, like, at all for the next fight because it's not really something that's strictly necessary, so. All right, let's take a save here. It happens with no effort involved. Yeah, and I mean, that's fine. That's fair. It's, like I said, sometimes my brain just goes there, you know what I mean? Like, I can't control it. My mental fortitude is that of a 12-year-old sometimes, but, if it happens, it happens. I'm not really crazy about it. You know what I am crazy about? The fact that the boss that we were looking for when we were in Maramba the first time, is just hanging out over there now. Kind of sucks because I didn't get to fight him all the way back in South Ocean. How much worse could he possibly have gotten? Find out on the next episode of Skies of Arcadia Legends, the Stream Edition, which will be happening probably on Monday, I think, at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I have to actually go do something on Sunday, so I won't be available for that. But we should be able to finish up the side questing on Monday, because it's just this fight and one other one with the imposters. And then after that, it's smooth sailing from then to the end of the game, so we'll see how that all goes. A lot of penis-adjacent things happen without the brain being fully involved. Yeah, I guess that depends on which head you're talking about, right? And there we go! There's the dick joke for today! It is monkey brain and goblin brain demanding. Yeah, I suppose it's some kind of brain. Again, depends on which head you're talking about. Okay, I gotta stop. Thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. I actually have to unequip the Decat's tunics. I'll do that in between streams. And I'll see all of you on the next one. I will be posting the schedule for next week on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Discord tomorrow, about 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Links to all of those are down below in case anyone would like to see the archives of the game if they haven't seen the whole thing. Yeah, we'll see you next week. Until then, everybody, take care and have a good one. Definitely need to unequip the Decat's tunics and equip the thermo rings, because if I went into this next boss fight without doing that, oh, that would hurt. That would hurt a lot.